Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Resurrection, It's Really Toxic to My System. Chapter 51. Seeing that it was already evening, everyone decided to rest in the cave for the night. A night of silence. The next morning, after leaving the mark, we discussed how to distribute the bounty for discovering cracks. According to Huanzi's experience, this crack should be 5-star. In other words, there should be a bounty of 3 billion. In the end, most people agreed. Lin Jun will take 500 million alone, and everyone will share the rest equally. Those few people who disapprove have nothing to do. In the end, it was decided that Huanzi would report it to the police. Only then did we start going out on the way back and forth. When you reach the cave entrance, I saw that the hole that should have been blocked by rubble had been blown open. Everyone knew that it should be Master Lu's contribution again. In the end, those who did not agree with Lin Jun taking the big head, all their resentments were gone. After seeing green wolf corpses all over the ground outside the cave, everyone looked at Mr. Lin with admiration. On the way back, Huanzi approached Lin Jun. He touched his eyes with his fingers and said with a smile, "Master Lu, your summoning ability is the most magical I have ever seen." Haha, really? Yes. I wonder where Master Lu is employed. I am a free man. I can take on my apprentice and tinker with some gadgets in my spare time. I can't talk about anything high, Lin Jun said calmly. He also ignored the white eyes of Lu Wanshu, who had been leaning next to him. Oh, I wonder if Master Lu is interested in joining my research group. Our research group not only studies various potions, but also does some research on Lingyuan weapons. Huanzi had long seen that the pistol used by Lin Jun was very special. Of course, she had seen Yuan Mingyun's weapons, which surprised her. Those weapons, she was sure, were all first-level spiritual weapons, but their strength was no worse than third-level spiritual weapons. After some insinuations, I learned from Yuan Mingyan and the others that this was all the work of Master Lu. Haha, thank you for your kindness. I'm used to being free. Huanzi didn't expect to be rejected, but it felt reasonable. After all, Master Lu can already make potions with such effects, as well as Lingyuan weapons. For others, being able to join their research group is an expectation but not something they can ask for. But there is really nothing attractive about people like Master Lu. Although their research team also had a healing potion, the effect was not very strong. This is why she wants to see if she can learn anything from Lin Jun's potion. Helpless, Huanzi took out a business card and handed it to Lin Jun. Master Lu, this is my contact information. If you need anything in the future, please come to me. Okay, Lin Jun didn't want to refuse. He had many friends and many paths. He had no power or influence. If something happened, there was still a connection. Besides, as far as he knew, Lu Wanshu also had some background, but when Huanzi said he would accept her as his disciple, he immediately smiled like a flower and was extremely happy. This also proves that this Huanzi is not a simple person. Jun Lin, why did you reject Teacher Hu? As soon as Professor Hu walked away, Lu Wanshu leaned into Lin Jun's ear and asked in a low voice with a soft breath. Ahem, this is classmate Lu Wanshu, right? I think you really got the wrong person. My name is Lu Xiaoluo, but I have a student named Lin Jun. I don't know if he is the one you know. HMPH, keep pretending. Lu Wanshu gave him a blank look. Then he took out a small note and stuffed it directly into his pocket, regardless of whether Lin Jun accepted it or not. This is my number. I'm currently studying in Magic City. You should come and play with me often in the future. After saying that, he ran away. Bah, the devil is looking for you. But Lin Jun didn't throw away the little note, he was just a little helpless. On the way back to the city, many 3rd and 4th level strange beasts appeared again, but Mr. Lin did not take action again. It was all settled by Yuan Mingyan and the others. Now he is no longer interested in such ordinary strange beasts. Afternoon, examen of the Magic City. Looking at the square with people coming and going. There is a feeling of entering another world. Yuan Mingyan came to Lin Jun and asked, Master Lu, will you come back with us to hand in the mission? No, you go ahead. I have something else to do, so I'll go back first. Then, okay, let's get rid of the crystal core and give you the commission along with it. Okay, Yuan Mingyan took Li Wenbo, said hello to Professor Hu, and left. Before leaving, Li Wenbo looked back at Jun Lin with an incomprehensible look. Lin Jun greeted Huan Zi and left. The sun sets. Lin Jun returned to the store just as the Lu family was preparing to have dinner. Guo Guo, are you fat? Seeing Jun Lin, Lu Xiaoluo rushed over holding Pippi in her arms. They were jumping around Mr. Lin. Hey, it's for you. Lin Jun took out a beautiful cookie box and handed it to her as a fee for using her name. Hee, thank you Guago. Well, I'm still a little awkward. Aunt May also walked out of the kitchen at this time and was slightly relieved to see Jun Lin back. Just come back safely. In one sentence, she contained her care and concern. After all, the outside world is too dangerous. Since it was Monday, Lu Bailing had already gone to school. I just asked Aunt May to leave a message and give her a call when Jun Lin comes back. After eating with the Lu family, Uncle Mo reported the sales situation of the past 2 days to him. What Lin Jun didn't expect was that in addition to his uncle coming to buy a batch of healing strawberries, he also bought most of the Lingyuan weapons in the store. It seems that someone is beginning to discover the advantages of their own weapons. Okay, I'll replenish some tomorrow and keep some inventory by the way. By the way, I got some third-level spiritual weapons. Let's sell them in the store then. Is there a third-level store? That's great. Today, someone came to ask why there are only first and second-level stores in the store. I don't know how to answer customers. Uncle Mo was obviously excited. The turnover in the account in the past 2 days has been 9 figures. This was something he had never seen in most of his life. If the third-level spiritual weapon is put on the shelves, there is no chance of breaking through the 10 figures. Mr. Lin said that for every handful sold, he would get a 1% commission. Presumably it won't be long before he can buy and play in Shanghai. When I thought that I was about to own a house, I couldn't help but get excited. By the way, Xiaojun, how much does this third-level weapon cost? All sold for 12 million, as for the staff. Lin Jun took a look at the system space, and there was only one wood spirit staff. Wood spirit staff. Category: long staff. Quality: purple. Attack power: 200. Skill attack power: 250. Intelligence plus 25. Spirit plus 25. Additional skills: flower spirit of wood spirit. The flower spirit of the wood spirit. The flower spirit comes out. You can summon a flower spirit whose strength is equivalent to a third-level elite to assist in the battle. The flower spirit will release petal darts to attack, causing damage to the target with skill attack power plus 30%. Introduction. Made by the Magic Guild. Lin Jun was dumbfounded. This staff is great, I didn't expect the purple one to have summoning skills. After being verified by Lu Xiaoluo, Lin Jun has determined that this skill can be used by others. Uncle Mo, let's do this. Tomorrow I will mark out the price and introduction of the third level, and you can just use the introduction above to sell it. Oh, this is great, otherwise sometimes I wouldn't know what to say thank you for. There is no way, third level Zawu basically has additional attributes or skills. For example, in the system space, there is also a giant sword with a forward jump slash. If you don't mark out their respective characteristics, others won't be able to see the weapon information. He can make an illustrated introduction to what he sees. This will make it easier for people who buy Lingwu to know. He did whatever he thought of, and after the Lu family of 3 returned, Lin Jun started to be busy until late at night. Early the next morning, Jun Lin was woken up again by Lu Xiaoluo dancing on his stomach. If it weren't for the strength of a high-level D-class person, I don't know if she would have stepped on the shit out of her. Xiaoluo, you were looking for a fight. Whoa. Seeing Jun Lin getting angry, Lu Xiaoluo immediately jumped out of bed and ran out crying. What a naughty kid. After getting up and washing up, Lin Jun changed into the uniform of Vocational University. To be honest, the uniforms of Vocational College are quite nice. A pair of slim trousers, a blue and white plaid shirt on the upper body, and a windbreaker that is somewhat similar to a mage robe. Since it is specially designed, it is also very suitable for fighting. In the second week of school, the school stipulates that students must wear school uniforms. That's why Lin Jun changed it. After going downstairs, I saw Uncle Mo standing at various counters, looking at the illustrated books that Mr. Lin had worked hard on all night. Aunt May was about to drag Lu Xiaoluo out, but Lu Xiaoluo looked reluctant. Normally, Lu Xiaoluo would like to go out very much. Aunt May, what are you doing? Oh, Xiaojun, Auntie will send Xiaoluo to kindergarten first. Breakfast is on the counter. You can eat it by yourself. What? Going to kindergarten? Lin Jun looked at the crying Lu Xiaoluo in surprise. So, if I remember correctly, Lu Xiaoluo seems to be just over 3 years old, right? Aunt May, is this too young? Wow, Guo, I don't want to go to school, I want to sell strawberries in the store. Ahem, Aunt May, take her there. It's time for her to feel the beatings from society. Whoa, help, I don't want to go to school. In the end, Lu Xiaoluo was escorted away by Aunt May. Oh, Xiaoluo will be a good student. Xiaojun, tell me, is it because of her staff that Xiaoluo can produce superpowers? Uncle Mo approached John Lin and asked in a low voice. Yeah, did you just know that? Hey, I'm just telling you. This kid, Xiaoluo, has been stupid since she was a child. How can she have superpowers? Lin Jun. Omega. The job gate. Mr. Lin got out of the taxi. Why don't you buy a car tomorrow? It's really not like my character not to spend it if you have money. I secretly decided to go out and buy a car tomorrow. When I walked to the school gate, I found that the school gate was closed. Hey, why is it your kid? Seeing Uncle Bao walking out of the security room at the door, Lin Jun immediately licked his face, took out a pack of wazi from his bag and handed it over. Hey, Uncle Bao, come and open the door for me. When he saw it was a packet of wazi, Uncle Bao, who had a straight face, immediately changed his face. Hey, you're a kid who knows how to get things done. Uncle Bao took wazi and immediately opened the school door with a bang, admiring Mr. Lin even more in his eyes. He already had a deep affection for Mr. Lin. After all, Lin Jun is the only one he has pride over from the Demon City this year. He also received a lot of bonuses for this. Hey, thank you, Uncle Bao. It's okay. By the way, why did you come here today? I remember that according to the school rules, in the first 3 months, you are not allowed to ask for leave or be absent from class without special circumstances. Lin Jun made a nonsense excuse and chatted with Mr. Bao for a while, and then gave him a bag of wazi. Mr. Bao patted his chest and promised that he would leave a door open for Mr. Lin in the future. With that, people who didn't know better would have thought he was the principal. After a while, Mr. Lin left the security booth and went straight back to the classroom. Looking at Lin Jun's leaving figure, Mr. Bao showed a satisfied look. In just 2 days, he has been promoted from D-level beginner to D-level senior. There is indeed something wrong with this kid. I have to call this girl Bai Ni to increase my bonus. After saying that, he immediately ran into the security booth and started making calls. In the office of the president of Vocational University, Bai Ni just hung up the phone. Sister Bai Ni, is what Master Bao said true? Does this Lin Jun really have D-level high-level strength? Bai Ni's assistant was also dumbfounded for a moment. Others say I don't believe it, but what Mr. Bao said cannot be false. Bai Ni said with a smile. No wonder, a student with such poor talent can be admitted to the University of Magic. There is really something fishy about it that no one knows about. I'm thinking now, if the person who admitted Lin Jun knew that Lin Jun came to our vocational college, I don't know what his expression would be. Bai Ni said with a joking smile. Oh, by the way, prepare for the freshman competition. Let Jun Lin be the chief freshman of our school as soon as possible. Maybe he will be the face of our vocational university in the future. Assistant Shen thought that this seemed to be the case, so he immediately agreed, yes. Sister Ni, I will do it as soon as possible. But, will Mr. Lin attend? The assistant asked with some uncertainty. Instead, a mysterious smile appeared on Bai Ni's face. Did you forget about the practical training session last week? Even in that kind of competition, he wants to be first. I don't believe that he will let this whole freshman competition go. With Bai Ni's look, everything is under control. Well, then I understand. I'll make arrangements right away. The other side, Lin Jun came to the classroom, and Hanya happened to be in class. Report, Hanya and dozens of monks all looked over. Seeing that it was Jun Lin, Hanya had no choice but to wave her hands. Come in. Principal Bai Ni has already said that he should not embarrass Mr. Lin for the time being, but should also give him more convenience. The principal had already mentioned this, so she couldn't say anything. As soon as he returned to his seat, Luo Dao exclaimed, Lao San, you are only in your second week and you can ask for leave. Ahem. Actually, I know the principal very well. Lin Jun made up an excuse to shut them up. So you came through the back door. Quote. No wonder you were admitted to the vocational college despite not being very talented. Luo Dao looked like this. Hearing this, Lin Jun was stunned. Hey, have you forgotten the fear of being dominated by me during the battle practice class? Also, before you came to this vocational university, you had never even heard of it. What made you feel that it was an honor to be admitted to the vocational university? In the end, Lin Jun decided to ignore Luo Dao. Then he took out his book and continued to supplement his knowledge. The more I learn about this world, the more confused I feel. Now that other worlds have emerged, will there be a heavenly world at some point? Furthermore, I have to find a time to go into the crack and take a look. On the podium, when Hanya saw Lin Jun taking out another textbook that did not belong to this class, she began to look as if nothing had happened and felt a little powerless. Since this chose the combat system, doesn't he want to learn some knowledge of combat skills? A bad student who doesn't pay attention to class or practice all day long doesn't understand why the principal still cares about him. I'm really speechless. Just before class was over, Hanya suddenly received a notification on her phone. The whole class saw Hanya walking out of the classroom, and then walked in again with a puzzled expression. Everyone's eyes were on Hanya. Ahem. There was a notification from the school just now. It's about the number of first-year freshman students. After Hanya finished speaking, the classroom started to become noisy. Chief student, isn't it just like the student union? It seems to be the title given to the most powerful person in each grade. Mr. Lin was a little confused and didn't know what it meant. I had to wait for Hanya to explain next. Quiet. As soon as Hanya spoke out, the whole class suddenly became quiet. Bright eyes looked around. Hanya continued. Now, if you think you have the strength, you can come to me to register. Then we will compete in the arena on Wednesday to determine the top 3 as the top freshmen. Fight in the ring. I like this. I only have 5 silver stars now, and I'm really worried about how to move up the ranks. No, there is a chance now. So Lin Jun was the first to stand up. Teacher, I sign up. As soon as these words came out, the class that was supposed to be noisy suddenly became so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. Ahem, I'm not very interested in this boring competition. Aren't you just a chief student? There's nothing special about him. Yep, the students who were originally eager to give it a try immediately languished when they saw Jun Lin's expression of, I want to beat him 10 times. I almost forgot about this thing. Well, the task of saving teacher Hanya from the sea of suffering is a long and arduous task. So in the class of more than 30 people, only Lin Jun, Luo Dao, and Zhang Hao signed up. Seeing the 3 lonely places, Hanya couldn't help but give Lin Jun a blank look. Jingle. The bell rang, and after confirming that no one wanted to sign up, Hanya walked out of the classroom. Hey, don't be complacent, third brother. I was careless last time, and I won't let it go this time. Luo Dao had a strange smile on his face and raised his eyebrows at Mr. Lin. Yes, I won't let go this time. Zhang Hao crossed his arms, shook his bangs, and said with a serious smile. These 2 guys aren't blind, are they? Who gave them such courage? Didn't you see that I was hiding my clumsiness last time? Forget it, I'll have to be gentle when the time comes, like kicking an egg to pieces or something. Mr. Lin is not arguing with him. Continue to cram in knowledge and look like a nerd. After school, Lin Jun wanted to go back to the store. Unexpectedly, Master Bao actually stopped him. Jun Lin thought he had given less wazi, so he took out a packet and handed it over. Master Bao, I have to go out for something, please give me a convenience. Unexpectedly, Uncle Bao actually shook his head after taking the cigarette, putting it in his pocket, and said with an embarrassed look on his face, Classmate Lin. It's not that I don't want to let him go, but the principal said that before the freshman martial arts competition on campus the day after tomorrow, who you can't leave school either, so I think you'd better endure it. I'll wipe it. Then how can they get out? Lin Jun pointed to the students who were going out on the side, full of confusion. Ah, they're not freshmen, so of course they can come and go as they please. Uncle Bao said matter-of-factly. Lin Jun was stunned for a moment. I had no choice but to go back to the dormitory angrily. 250 dormitories. Lin Jun pushed open the dormitory door and saw the couple eating while looking at the computer presenter with a lewd smile. Lin Jun walked in doubtfully and saw that there were photos of some girls on them, as well as some text introductions. Let me go, is this a new actress? Lin Jun suddenly made a sound, which frightened the two of them. Your uncle's third child scared us. Lin Jun rolled his eyes at the two of them, who made you look so fascinated. Hey, tell me about this actor, a new one. Get out, all of us. Really? Lin Jun looked unbelieving. Luo Dao didn't bother to explain. Pointing at the innocent girl on the monitor, she said, this is Shimakawa Minako, an international student from Sakura country in our school. Her superpower is the nine-tailed sky fox of the Beast Soul Department. She is from the War Department Class 1. What the? You've come to study abroad, and why are you going to the sea? Hearing Lin Jun's dirty thoughts, the two of them rolled their eyes at him at the same time. Third brother, what have you been thinking about all day? I said she is from the first class of the War Department, and she is one of the most popular candidates for this year's chief student. Also, what we are looking at is the campus forum of our vocational university, and it is not the dirty thing you think. Hearing what Luo Dao said, Lin Jun scratched his head in embarrassment. Hey. I'm just kidding you, go ahead. Well, since you're here, I'll give you the popular candidate for the chief job. Well, Lin Jun also pulled a stool over, and the three of them sat in front of the computer together. This post about the top 4 popular topics among freshman students was posted by a blogger named Ji Baishaosheng. I don't know what the basis is, but 4 popular candidates were listed. When Lin Jun saw Luo Dao say this, his expression was obviously unhappy. I guess I haven't seen his name. Yeah, are you all those 4? You just saw that, besides Minako Shimagawa, the second one is Zhang Fan from the first class of the legal system, a mutant thunder type, with an E-level mid-level strength. Third place is Fang Yao from class 2 of the legal system. He is a member of the mutation ice system and has a strength level of E-level. Fourth place is Shu Yuyu from class 2 of the war department, from the beast transformation department, a beast-turned-cat demon, with an E-level mid-level strength. Luo Dao introduced it while flipping through the posted photos. All go. They're pretty capable, and they're all handsome men and beautiful women. I always thought our school was full of stupid big guys that other schools don't want. The 3 girls are all good-looking, especially Minako. It would be a pity not to go to the sea. Lin Jun secretly thought it was a waste. You are the stupid one, and your whole family is stupid. That's right. I stay in the classroom like a nerd all day long, so it's strange to know that there are any beauties in the school. Also, our vocational university is not a rubbish school. Otherwise, why do you think people would come to study in our school? Zhang Hao was very dissatisfied with Lin Jun's remarks. Mr. Lin couldn't argue with this. He just said that Mr. Lin rarely went to those training classes. They are all cramming in knowledge in the classroom. Is there anything special about our school you just said? Zhang Hao and Luo Dao looked at each other in shock. You do not know. Lin Jun blinked, looking confused. All go. The old principal of our vocational college is the one who dragged a 9th-level alien beast to death together. So awesome. Of course. Although our school is just a low-ranking university, it is the first university president in history to kill a 9th-level alien beast. Even though we both died together, it is already amazing, isn't it? After hearing what Luo Dao said, Lin Jun held his chin and affirmed, yes. It is worthy of respect. Isn't that right? Just because of this reputation, it can attract many talented students, right? Then Luo Dao thought of something, looked at Lin Junhu and asked, Didn't you apply for the vocational university because of this reputation? No, I was admitted to the magic university, but I was fooled by the gatekeeper, Uncle Bao. Animals. The 3 of them looked at the forum for a while. When dinner time came, the 3 of them left the dormitory together. This time Lin Jun did not ask Luo Dao to help with the meal. decided to integrate into the campus atmosphere. The three of them came to the canteen, prepared their meals and sat down at a seat. His eyes began to look at the students around him. Third brother, I don't even want to talk about you. If you read books all day long and don't go out and walk around, you will lose a lot of fun. When Luo Dao spoke, his eyes looked around. Yeah, boss, makes sense. Lin Jun agreed while eating. Hey, isn't that Minako? She's much more beautiful in person than in the photos. Where is it? Where is it? That corner. Luo Dao pointed to a corner. Lin Jun looked in the direction of his finger. In the corner, I saw Minako, who had straight long hair and a kind smile on her face, chatting animatedly with several female classmates. Yeah, it does look better than the photo. Hey, third child, do you want to strike up a conversation and get your contact information or something? Luo Dao bumped Jun Lin with his shoulder. No, I'm not interested in her, I'm only interested in Principal Bai. Lin Jun felt that this Minako was not as kind as she appeared on the surface. So I can't arouse any interest. Cut. Lin Jun's answer only received 2 pairs of contemptuous eyes. Lin Jun ignored him, looked away, finished the food on his plate, and got up to go back to the dormitory. Let's go. Go back and read. No, the girl is coming to us. Both Luo Dao looked like pig brothers, looking in the direction of Minako. Lin Jun also looked over. At this moment, a clear and sweet voice came into my ears. Hello classmate, may I get to know you? Lin Jun looked around, then pointed to his nose and asked in shock, are you talking to me? Minako just smiled slightly and looked at him blankly. The meaning is obvious. Sorry, no. After saying that, Mr. Lin left the canteen. Only Minako and her 2 roommates were left confused. Haha, interesting, he murmured and then looked at the confused Luo Dao and Zhang Hao. Hello, classmates, can you tell me the name of that classmate? His voice was loud and his eyes seemed to be firing. Then Luo Dao and the others thought about the male dog and Heaton told them everything they knew. Minako even knew what kind of underwear Lin Jun was wearing, what color, and what brand. Jun Lin, I remember you. Lin Jun returned to the dormitory and had just laid down when his cell phone rang. When I picked it up and looked at it, I found that it was Lu Santon, whom I hadn't contacted for a long time. This guy has not heard any information since the last time Jin Yong experienced the tide of alien beasts, and he has not even been seen in the school group. 3 tons, are you still alive? On the other side of the phone, Lu Santon's thunderous voice suddenly came from the phone. Asshole Mr. Lin, I have been your deskmate for 6 years, and you actually want me to die. Break up our friendship, I want to break up our friendship with you. Opposite Lu Santon's incompetent rage, Lin Jun had no emotional impact. Is something okay? If nothing happens, I'll die. No, I saw Lu bailing today. She said that you were also admitted to the University of Magic. Why did you suddenly leave the National Vocational and Technical University? Someone is causing trouble. Tell me and I can help you teach her a lesson. Oh, it's nothing, no one is causing trouble, I just think it's good to be a little transparent in the vocational college. Lin Jun said without any pain. Oh, when you say that, I almost want to go there. There are too many rules in this magic university, and it's not interesting to learn. It can be heard that Lu Santon doesn't seem to have a very comfortable life there. Lin Jun praised his initial choice. It's okay, isn't it just 3 months? Just get over it, then I can take on more campus tasks and then I'll be free. Lin Jun also learned today that going to college is not just about attending classes on campus every day. You also have to take on missions frequently, go out to hunt exotic beasts, earn mission points, and also make a little money. However, the most important thing is the mission points. The college's library and pharmacy must use mission points. Therefore, during college, tasks must be done. Of course, this is also one of the sources of money for the school. After all, the school usually releases various tasks. After the students complete them, the school has to charge a certain fee. That's true. By the way, Mr. Lin, are you free on the weekend? I'll invite you out to play. Let me tell you, my family has a lot of fun places in the Magic City. I'll take you to play there then. Lu Santani said. When he said this, his face and tone were a little excited. Let's take a look and talk about it later. Lin Jun looked uninterested. He doesn't know yet whether to go out into the wild. After chatting for a while, they hung up the phone. It happened that my roommate also came back, and after bragging with them, we all had our own fun. Lin Jun likes to read books about the changes in the world, and the two of them like to play games. So everyone has his own thing to do. It will soon be Wednesday. On this day, except for the students who went out to do tasks. The rest of the seniors, whether they are sophomores or juniors, have already come to the vocational university competition field to take good positions. They are also very interested in who will be the new top student among the freshmen, or who is a perverted master. In the rest area of Class 3 of the freshman class, it was different from the excitement of Luo Dao and the other two. Jun Lin lost interest after seeing that there were only more than 100 people participating. This competition is another knockout round. In other words, I can't play a few games at all. If I can't play a few games, my rank won't be upgraded, so I'm worried. Seeing Jun Lin looking listless, Hanya was also filled with questions. Why is this Jun Lin completely different from the day he signed up? Why is this? Or is it that after seeing too many masters, I suddenly lost confidence? Hanya had no choice but to walk up to Jun Lin. Lin Jun, just do your best. Ranking is secondary. It is also a good opportunity to learn some experience from competing against classmates. Well, teacher, thank you, I will try my best. Lin Jun will not tell Hanya why he is worried. Soon, on the podium, Principal Bai Ni began to give a speech. It's all official talk and not nutritious. Finally, the benefits and aspects of being a chief student were introduced. In fact, he is almost like the student union president. No, he should be the student union president of his grade. He is also the representative of his strength in this session. There are 3 people in each class. In addition to assisting teachers in managing students, they also have to act as the face of the school when the school needs it. Finally, Principal Bai explained the rules of the competition again. It's a ring, and you get matched immediately. When you see your name, you go to the ring to compete. Then, the referee teacher of each arena enters. It seems that the referee teachers are not lower than B level. After all, this is to prevent any accidents. On the 10th stage, Lin Jun from the 3rd team of the War Department will fight against Chu Feng from the 4th team of the legal system. On the 9th stage, Minako Shimakawa, a member of the combat system, will fight against Long Aoshin, a member of the legal system. Come on, third brother, I heard that this Chu Feng has wind attribute, E-level elementary strength, and his 3 talents are all long range, so be careful. Luo Dao reminded. Lin Jun knows that these people who have gained E-level strength in such a short time since awakening their powers in the 3rd year of high school are not ordinary people. Of course, he is even more perverted, and is now a high-ranking D-class person. Bai Ni on the rostrum saw Lin Jun coming to the ring with a knife on his back. The corners of his mouth were slightly raised, and his eyes were filled with admiration. Chu Feng, wind element, E-level mid-level strength. Lin Jun, partial wind element, E-level mid-level strength. Partially. Not to mention Chu Feng, even the referee teacher was a little confused. This talent is accepted by the vocational college. Whether you are or not, I will show mercy. After Chu Feng finished speaking, he looked at the referee teacher. The latter understood and began to come to the middle. Are you all ready? After the 2 people were ready to answer, the referee teacher pressed his hand and shouted, the competition begins. As soon as he finished speaking, Chu Feng immediately took a step back. The short staff in his hand waved towards Mr. Lin. Tornado. A small tornado quickly rushed towards Mr. Lin. Seeing this, a middle-aged teacher at the judges' table nodded and said to the teacher next to him. Yeah, Chu Feng's fighting spirit is very good. He knew how to release the tornado at the beginning. It seems that he wanted to wait for the flaw to appear when the opponent dodges. Yeah, in addition to the opponent's hard resistance, no matter which way he goes, Chu Feng can take the opportunity to use the next move to hit him. Just as the 2 judges were talking, Lin Jun, who was on the stage, unhurriedly drew out his wind blade sword and struck several wind blades directly towards the tornado. Swish! When the wind blade sank into the tornado suddenly showed signs of disintegrating. Chu Feng was a little surprised and shocked. Is his wind blade so strong? But when the tornado weakened and was about to collapse, Lin Jun jumped over and stepped over it. It was directly striking Chu Feng on the other side of the tornado. Clang! Chu Feng held his staff across his head, barely able to block Lin Jun's sword. Unfortunately, Chu Feng still vomited a mouthful of blood and was shocked and took several steps back. You, so strong. After stabilizing his body, Chu Feng's eyes were full of shock. He never expected that Jun Lin's seemingly ordinary slash would actually have energy. As soon as he took it, his internal organs were shocked. Are you coming again? Come. Chu Feng is not a person who gives in easily. Wind pressure cannon. Chu Feng held his staff horizontally in front of him. An aperture appeared, and then many wind spirit elements rotated in the aperture. A beam of cylindrical wind pressure cannon with a diameter of 10 centimeters hit Lin Jun directly. Seeing this, Lin Jun slashed twice quickly. Swish. Cross-cut. A sharp crosshair blade met the wind pressure cannon. This wind pressure cannon is much worse than the level 5 Crack Wolf Kings. Lin Jun didn't like it at all. Even if he didn't use all his strength, he could still block it with a cross slash. Boom! The cross slash and the wind pressure cannon blasted together, making a loud bang, and a gust of wind suddenly set off in the arena. For a moment, the clothes of the two people were blown loudly. Impossible. Chu Feng's face was full of disbelief. It's just that Lin Jun didn't give him a chance. He jumped up high and landed in the air, hitting Chu Feng directly in front of him. Bang! The vibrating energy directly knocked him away. Lin Jun did not forget to receive a knee bump. Without any surprise, Chu Feng flew out of the ring and fell to the ground and passed out. Concession. Lin Jun looked at the referee. On the 10th stage, Lin Jun wins. Lin Jun's skills were not flashy, so even if he won the fight, the referee would not be shocked. Just announce the result directly. At the judges' table, the two teachers who had just observed arena number 10 looked at each other blankly, and they both saw embarrassment in their eyes. On the podium, Bai Ni didn't have any surprises. As for Han Ya, she just thought that Lin Jun was just following the routine in training classes, and didn't think there was anything special about it. Ding! Congratulations on defeating an opponent in the competitive match and getting PK points x 500. Your current rank is 1 silver star. This time it won't be superimposed on last time. He remembered that the last time he had won 32 games in a row. But this time there are quite a lot of PK points, 500 points in one game. It seems that the gold I upgraded today is also certain. Walking off the ring, Minako on the side just happened to beat her opponent. Just in time to get off the stage. Classmate Lin Jun, come on. Ahem. Well, thank you. Lin Jun was a little embarrassed, so he agreed casually and went back to his rest area. Not long after I sat down, winners were decided in other arenas. Soon the list of the next round came over the loudspeaker. On the 10th stage, Luo Dao from the 3rd class of the War Department, fighting against Shu Yuyu from the 2nd class of the War Department. On arena number 9, Team 3 of the War Department is fighting against Fang Yao, Team 2 of the Law Department. Did we step on shit? We are so unlucky. Yeah, very unlucky. Although they said this, both of their faces were filled with excitement. Is this considered a good person and a fun-loving person? Lin Jun was speechless. The two of them each walked to their own arenas. But don't mention it, after the two of them went up, although their opponents were both beauties, they no longer looked like idiots. It seems that the two of them are serious sometimes. The first one to start was Luo Dao's arena. As soon as the referee's hand fell, Luo Dao slashed at him with his giant sword. And his opponent Shu Yuyu was not a simple character either, he immediately transformed into a beast. All go. Is this the cat-eared girl? Lin Jun's eyes flashed. I saw that after Shu Yuyu activated the beast transformation, a pair of cat ears grew on her head, and a tail appeared on her head, making her a perfect girl with cat ears. At this time, not only Lin Jun was stunned, but the screams of wolves were also heard from the audience. After all, who doesn't like girls with cat ears? After Shu Yuyu transformed into a beast, she easily dodged Luo Dao's heavy blow. The giant sword looked at the ground, and the whole arena trembled. Lin Jun heard Luo Dao say that this was one of his skills, called Explosive Slash. It is indeed quite powerful. Even if a level 3 beast is struck by this sword, half of its life will be lost. Perhaps only power users can be considered true warriors. Pity. Luo Dao was always just an F-level high-level warrior, and could not compare with Shu Yu, an E-level one. In the end, he was defeated after being scratched. On the 10th stage, Shu Yu wins. On the other side, Zhang Hao was fighting back and forth with his opponent. There is no way, this guy has awakened the ability of quick breaking. Although he is an F-level high-level person, he has 3 innate skills. The ice picks that Fang Yao kept releasing were either dodged or chopped off by Zhang Hao. It went back and forth like this for dozens of rounds. Fang Yao has no patience anymore. Release a range skill. Bing Yu. A scene of dense ice cones shot towards Zhang Hao like a rain. Facing the dense ice picks, Zhang Hao shouted loudly. Quickly slash. Ding 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 ding. He quickly waved the sword in his hand, forming a sword shadow wall in front of him, directly blocking all the ice picks coming directly from him. When Fang Yao saw this, his eyes narrowed, he slapped the ground with one hand, and used his last skill. Icicle thrust. An icicle protruded from Zhang Hao's feet. At this time, Zhang Hao really couldn't dodge. He was directly stabbed by Fang Yao's icicle and knocked out of the ring. Alas, what a pity. No one will laugh at Zhang Hao, because he is something to be proud of. After all, with his high-level F strength, he was able to force out all the skills of Fang Yao, an intermediate-level E-level player. The classmates and seniors in the audience all secretly gave him the name of a swordsman. And it's still well-deserved. When the 2 roommates returned to the rest area, Mr. Lin saw that they did not look decadent and had expressions of unfinished expression on their faces, which saved Mr. Lin from having to comfort them. However, Lin Jun still gave them a thumbs up. Hey, third brother, we lost, but you have to help us get back on track. Haha, it's necessary. Since there were 20 people at a time, the first round ended quickly. 60 people out of 120 were promoted to the second round. I don't know if the school did this intentionally, but Lin Jun hasn't met any popular candidates since then. Therefore, Lin Jun easily entered the top 3 competition. During this process, Lin Jun was also successfully promoted to the 5th golden rank. Lin Jun, the next step is to compete for the top 3. From now on, it's up to you to be popular in our 250 dormitory. Yes, if you become one of the chief students, it will be more honorable for me to go out in the future, right? The 2 second-rate roommates kept cheering him up. Jun Lin, just stabilize your mentality and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Hanya also came to Jun Lin at this time and said, Yeah, teacher, I can do it. Lin Jun responded, not caring much. Then he thought of something again, looked at Hanya and smiled narrowly. By the way, if I win the first place this time, do you know what reward teacher Hanya will get? After hearing what Lin Jun said, Luo Dao and Zhang Hao immediately looked like they were eating melons, and looked at Hanya expectantly. Looking at the gazes of these 3 wolves, Hanya's face turned red rarely. You, what reward do you want? Hey, of course I'm going out to have a meal, watch a movie or something. Lin Jun smiled mischievously. Hey, sure enough, Sister Yu still tastes good. No. Perhaps because she was afraid of damaging Lin Jun's self-confidence, Hanya immediately changed her words and said, let's wait until you win. Cut. The 3 of them made disdainful sounds at the same time. Then the horn sounded. On the 10th stage, Lin Jun from the 3rd class of the warfare system is fighting against Zhang Fan from the legal system. On arena number 9, Minako Shimakawa of the 1st class of the war department will fight against Fang Yao of the 2nd class of the legal department. No. 8 arena, fighting type Shu Yu, fighting against. It can be said that except for Lin Jun, who is not among the popular players, the rest are. It seems that this vocational college student Bai Xiaosheng has some talent. Since Lin Jun has not performed well, many teachers and seniors in the audience regarded him as lucky to reach the finals. This Zhang Fan is firmly in the top 3. Yeah, I also think it's a pity that student Fang Yao might be eliminated. I don't think so. After all, her icicle thrust is still very powerful. At the judges' table, the judges and teachers were chattering and discussing. Only Bai Ni's eyes kept staring at Lin Jun. At this time, a middle-aged teacher next to her suddenly asked, Ni, which classmate do you like more? Vice Principal Wang, please call me Principal, or Principal Bai. Bai Ni corrected him without even looking at him. The middle-aged man named Vice Colonel Wang felt that he had no trace of face, and an imperceptible flash of light flashed in his eyes. However, he quickly went into hiding. Ha ha, Principal Bai, which student do you like? Vice Principal Wang suppressed a smile. Bai Ni didn't even look at the middle-aged man. He stood in front of all the judges and teachers and said a name in an astonishing way. Lin Jun, Class 3, War Department. Ah, Mr. Lin. What? Principal Bai actually thinks highly of that classmate Lin Jun from Class 3 of the War Department. Principal Bai, isn't this right? I don't see that Lin Junping has any extraordinary talents, and according to his information, his talents are only C level. Vice Principal Wang said with a smile on his face. Oh, Vice Principal Wang, how about we make a bet? Bai Ni looked playful. Huh, how to bet? I bet Mr. Lin will win first place, and you can choose one too. Ha ha, okay, then I'll make a bet with you. I'll choose Shimagawa Minako. Vice Colonel Wang had a strange look in his eyes. The corner of his eye rested on Bai Ni's Shang Da Shang But, since you are betting, there must be some stakes, right? That's what I've been waiting for. Bai Ni felt secretly happy. Well, let's do this. If I lose, Vice Colonel Wang can make any condition, but if I win. Look at Vice Colonel Wang's excited face after hearing what she said about the bet. Bai Ni's eyes flashed with cunning, and then he continued, if I win, then how about leaving the school mission department to me in the future? Okay, I agreed, and all the teachers present will testify for us. Vice Principal Wang smiled excitedly. It was as if he was certain to win. His eyes were already looking at Bai Ni, and that touch of lust had betrayed him. Bai Ni resisted the urge to beat him up and said with a smile, okay. That's it. I believe Vice Colonel Wang is also a man of his word. Certainly, the judges and teachers who were eating melon on the side couldn't help but shake their heads. Principal Bai is still a bit younger, so he is destined to suffer a loss this time. However, they will not intervene in their fight. If they get on the wrong team and get fired, where can they find a job that doesn't require risk and pays tens of thousands a month? Not only that, the dividends received from the mission office every year can also be regarded as a considerable bonus. At this time, Lin Jun and Zhang Fan had already entered the ring. Is your name Lin Jun? Zhang Fan sounded like he had just met Lin Jun. Mr. Lin didn't like him either, and said, yeah. Your name is Zhang Fan, right? HMPH. Just be tough. Lin Jun ignored him and looked at the referee, waiting for him to give the call. Are you two ready? They both replied in unison, ready. Let's get started. The referee pressed his hand and immediately jumped several meters away. Zhang Fan was the first to take action. Thunder technique. Pong. Before Lin Jun could react, he was directly struck by lightning. Ah! The moment Lin Jun was hit, he immediately said the quintessence of Chinese culture. I never expected that this guy actually has an instant skill. Now Lin Jun not only has some pain, but also feels paralyzed all over his body. However, where does my strength lie? It was just fine in an instant. Choke. Lin Jun immediately drew his sword. Swish. Cross cut. Wind blade. After making the cross chop, Lin Jun immediately swung the wind blade and slashed at Zhang Fan quickly. Thunder flash. Aha! Zhang Fan's figure was like lightning, flashing several meters away. This power is awesome. Lin Jun couldn't help but admire him. Sprint. Lin Jun admired and at the same time immediately activated the sprinting ability. The speed of his feet suddenly increased. Keep dodging left and right to prevent being hit by lightning from the opposite side again. I saw Zhang Fan slap the ground. The ground within a 5-meter radius of him was filled with thunder and lightning. Mind Blast. Mr. Lin has seen this ability of his, which is a range attack ability. It can be said that he wins every game with this ability. So what Lin Jun was waiting for was his move. When the lightning struck, Lin Jun jumped up. Leap forward. Bang. Before Zhang Fan could react, he felt that his body had been blown up. Instant kick. Thomas. Knee bump. A set of 3 kicks. Ah! Zhang Fan suddenly screamed. The body flew out of the ring. The people watching on the ring were immediately dumbfounded. Is it over? Your uncle. I thought you were so awesome. It turned out to be a 5-second man. There was an uproar outside. Indeed, I thought there would be a supernatural showdown that would shock the world and make ghosts and gods cry. As a result, this sale had 2 abilities, and then nothing more. Is there some inside story? I think it's a match-fixing game called Jong Fan. All of a sudden, there was a burst of noise in the scene. He is obviously a very capable player, but he lost so easily, which really makes people suspicious. The referee also looked at Jun Lin in confusion. Lin Jun met his gaze and spread his hands helplessly, not forgetting to remind him. Teacher, this should be me winning, right? Ah, yes, you won. The teacher had no choice but to announce that Lin Jun was promoted. There was a burst of boos in the audience. Bai Ni also found it interesting and couldn't help but raise the corners of his mouth slightly. Vice Principal Wang next to her looked at Jun Lin, who was getting off the ring with burning eyes, his face a little gloomy. This kid, it's best not to hinder my plan, otherwise. In another arena, Shu Yu also ended his battle. After getting off the ring, when passing by the rest area of Class 3, he deliberately stopped and looked at Lin Jun. Coincidentally, Lin Jun was also looking at her. Their eyes met, and Jun Lin gave her a friendly smile, showing his big white teeth. But Shu Yu wrinkled her little nose, imitating a kitten, raised her little hands, and scratched her a few times in provocation. It made Lin Jun chuckle. Sigh secretly, this is a cute little kitten. The arena between Shimakawa Minako and Feng Yao was quite interesting. An ice-based superpower user and a beast soul-based superpower user were fighting back and forth. A popular choice indeed. But what makes Lin Jun strange is that Shimakawa Minako has never used the Beast Soul ability in so many games. All he uses are some fighting skills. A small short knife makes him very flexible, and his speed is not slow. This devil must have a speed user, right? If you don't understand, ask Teacher Han Ya. The skills used by students from this island country don't look like superpowers. Hearing Jun Lin's question, Han Ya suddenly became excited. I told you to listen carefully to the lectures and you wouldn't understand anything anymore. You think the school's rule that you are not allowed to be absent for the first 3 months is just a joke. Stop, teacher, let's talk about the question we just asked, okay? HMPH. Then I won't say anything. Hanya crossed her arms and tilted her head, not wanting to pay attention to this prickly student. Well, hey, what the teacher is teaching is that the students are wrong. Hearing Jun Lin's submission, Hanya turned around and glanced at him sideways. That's pretty much it. You should take classes seriously from now on. After all, there are some things that ordinary people don't know. Yes, I will definitely listen to the lectures carefully from now on. Yeah, in fact, what Shimakawa Minako is using now are some ancient martial arts moves. Guwu. Hearing this word, Lin Jun was stunned. What's going on? Isn't this a world of spiritual energy recovery, or a world of high martial arts? Huh, that's not right. The moves you used are also ancient martial arts, right? Why don't you understand? Hanya also woke up at this time. Except for a wind blade with a wind attribute, all of Lin Jun's moves are ancient martial arts moves, and the crosscut was also struck with strength. Why doesn't he know about ancient martial arts? It seems so. Isn't the swordsman profession considered an ancient martial arts swordsman? It turns out that I already knew ancient martial arts. Aha, that teacher, I know this, no one told me before that this is ancient martial arts, so. Oh, I got it. In this case, you should pay more attention to the lectures in the future. Immediately, Hanya started to make up lessons for Lin Jun. The profession of ancient warrior had already existed before the changes occurred in the world, but few people knew about it at that time. What the ancient warriors cultivated was strength without attributes. However, after the world changed, the strength that the ancient warriors had tempered before turned into the spiritual essence they have now. The ancient warriors themselves had their own cultivation techniques, martial arts, and combat skills. So if you see someone using a skill with no attributes, no one will be surprised. After all, the skills stored in the libraries of various university campuses were created by these ancient warriors. Moreover, some ancient warriors who awakened their attributes also figured out the attribute skills they acquired later in life. After listening to Hanya's explanation, Lin Jun was slightly shocked. As for Minako-san in the ring, her family is an ancient martial arts family in Sakura country. Of course, our old principal was also an ancient martial artist. I see. Lin Jun looked at the arena with burning eyes and the elegant sword skills. I couldn't help but secretly compare them in my heart. I don't know which one is stronger or weaker than my own 3 consecutive slashes of chasing the wind. Oh, by the way, the knife on Mr. Lin's back should not be exposed easily when he is outside. Huh, why, you don't know how useful a good spiritual weapon is to an ancient warrior. I'm afraid someone will kill people and seize treasures. Lin Jun answered. Right, I see. Then he looked at the battle on the ring. Fang Yao finally ran out of mana and was kicked out of the ring by Minako. Hiss, this fool is so cruel. This kick would probably make Fang Yao lie down for several days. On the 9th stage, Shimakawa Minako advances to the top 3. Next is the ranking match. There are 3 games in total, the first 2 will decide the first place, and the last one will decide the second and third place. 10 minutes later, the first match is between Lin Jun from Class 3 of the War Department and Shu Yu from Class 2 of the War Department. Invite 2 people to the ring. Wow, there were bursts of applause. Not surprisingly, most of these applause are given to kittens. As soon as he got on the ring, Shu Yu stared at Jun Lin with a fierce look on his face. But Lin Jun always maintained this smile. Little kitten, it seems that my brother has never offended you. As for being such an enemy. However, Shu Yu's answer shocked Lin Junlei. Hee, my sister said that I should keep a fierce look, so that I will have a unique momentum. All pour it. Not only was Lin Jun speechless, but even the referee on the side was full of black lines. Lin Jun didn't quite understand her sister's brain circuit. Ahem, okay, then keep it up. Yeah, Shu Yu nodded naively. Immediately she became fierce, raised her little wild rice hands, and scratched Lin Junxu a few times. Lin Jun shook his head amusedly. This baby, I don't know if Lu Xiaoluo will be like this when she grows up. Are you two ready? Then the referee spoke. They both answered at the same time. Ready. Then let's get started. As soon as the referee finished speaking, Shu Yu immediately transformed into a beast. Well, it's even cuter up close than from a distance. After Shu Yu transformed into a beast, he quickly used both hands and feet. He started running around Mr. Lin. The speed was so fast that Lin Jun thought that if he didn't sprint, he wouldn't even be able to see the taillights of other people's cars. Sprint. After starting to sprint, Lin Jun chased after Shu Yu, and the two began to run around the ring. Then the audience saw a shocking scene. She ran, he chased. Hee, come on, chase me. Hey, brother is here. Shu Yu found it very interesting and ran with all her strength with a smile. Lin Jun chased after him with a smile on his face, like 2 children playing a game. Aren't these 2 people just joking? Nah, this is an arena competition. Why did it suddenly become a marathon? I don't know how long it took. Just when the referee couldn't bear it anymore and was about to explode. Shu Yu finally stopped, holding her knees with her paws, her face flushed, and her chest rising and falling rapidly. Squeak. Lin Jun also came to a sudden stop and asked curiously, hey. Why don't you run away? Hoo. No, I can't run anymore. You win this time. Hey, what a pity. Lin Jun looked regretful. After resting for a while, Shu Yu stood up straight and placed his hands on his hips. Wow, haha, you are the first person to outrun me. I promise you to call you the strongest. Haha, kudos to you. Kudos to you. I recognize you too. You too, so you guys still want to fight? No, let's not fight, I don't have any spiritual energy. Shu Yu curled her lips and said with an aggrieved look on her face. Well, Lin Jun was immediately dumbfounded. War Class 3, Lin Jun wins. The referee resisted the urge to hit the person and roared at thousands of decibels. ... Haha, Yan, your sister is quite interesting, Bai Ni said amusingly to the assistant beside him. Hey, this girl is a bit silly. But this Lin Jun is really willing to accompany her to cause trouble. Bai Ni smiled and made no comment. In the second game, Mr. Lin from the 3rd class of the combat system will face off against Minako Shimakawa from the 1st class of the combat system. Invite 2 people to the ring. Lin Jun, come on. Get her. Luo Dao smiled obscenely at Jun Lin. Hanya just nodded to him. She is already very satisfied with Lin Jun's current results. In response, Lin Jun walked towards the ring. On the other side, Minako also went straight to the ring. The two stopped and stood facing each other when they were 5 meters apart. Minako smiled and bowed, and then said in her poor Longguo dialect, "I didn't expect that I could have a fight with Mr. Lin." "Yeah, don't worry, I will do my best. I don't know why, but Mr. Lin just doesn't like this Minako very much." Snort. With such a good figure, it would be a waste not to make some small movies and study abroad. "Thank you, classmate Lin Jun. I'm full of malice. What do you thank me for?" "Both classmates, are you ready?" "Ready, ready." "Then let's get started." "Aha." Lin Jun first waved a wind blade. Then his figure quickly followed. Many people did not expect that Mr. Lin, who has always been humble, would be so aggressive this time. "Hey, do you think you can win if you attack first?" Vice Colonel Wang sneered, with a look of disdain on his face. If there is anyone in this school who knows Shimakawa Minako's strength best, who else but him? Thinking about it, I didn't forget to tease Bai Ni. "Principal Bai, the results will be known soon, so be prepared." Bai Ni looked at the ring and replied without looking back, "Huh. Vice Colonel Wang, you should be prepared." Humph. Seeing that Bai Ni didn't even look at him, Vice Colonel Wang looked very unhappy. In the arena, Minako dodged the wind blade and was able to draw out her short sword and faced Mr. Lin. Two people can get involved. Different from those with special abilities. The way the two fought was a competition of various hacking, prodding, and stabbing moves. Lin Junkai and Minako had only competed with each other for a few moves, but they were secretly surprised. If I didn't have a swordsman's weapon proficiency passive skill, he probably wouldn't be able to survive 3 moves in this woman's hands. Ding 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 ding. 3 consecutive slashes from Chai Feng. A gorgeous and elegant sword move immediately knocked Minako into a panic. Then while she was busy resisting, Lin Jun saw a flaw. Immediately connected with the kick. Instant kick. Boom. Minako reacted quickly enough and immediately put her hands in front of her, but she was also lifted back several meters. Minako's face darkened. She knew that it was impossible to defeat Jun Lin if she had the sword skills of a 3-legged cat. "Classmate Lin Jun, you are the first one to force me to use my powers since my awakening." "Haha, then I feel very honored." Lin Jun shook his knife and said with a faint smile. Minako looked at the dagger in her hand that was full of holes, and a look of distress flashed in her eyes. Then he saw the knife being sheathed. Possessed by a beast spirit. I saw that Minako was completely wrapped in the shadow of a beast-eared girl. Seeing this phantom, Lin Jun couldn't help but exclaimed. "Holy shit, is this Ari?" Minako didn't understand what Lin Jun said. "Classmate Lin Jun, be careful next time." Fire bomb. Call out. A pink fireball the size of a bull came directly towards Lin Jun. Lin Jun quickly avoided it. Boom. There was an explosion behind him. It also confirmed the power of this skill. I wipe it. This beast soul actually has superpowers. Sure enough, how could it be easy to be able to evaluate a special ability? Missing a hit, Minako threw several in a row without even thinking. Sprint. Lin Jun activated his natural skills and began to dodge. Boom boom. The entire arena kept exploding. The hardworking referee not only had to prevent casualties, but also had to block some fireballs flying out of the ring. Fortunately, I have a spiritual shield, otherwise I don't know how to block it. After dodging continuously, Mr. Lin became a little angry. More than blue, right. Wind blade. Cross cut. Swish. Lin Jun struck out several wind blades and cross slashes in succession. Seeing this, Minako only raised the corners of her mouth slightly. Sudden flash. Aha! Minako suddenly jumped several meters away from where she was. Lin Jun's wind blade struck a lonely chord. Not only that, Minako immediately fought back. I saw 5 fireballs surrounding her. With a wave of his hand, his fist flew towards Mr. Lin. Depend on. Lin Jun pushed his feet hard and jumped up. The original position was instantly flooded by the explosion of fire. Boom boom. Seeing this power, Lin Jun's heart suddenly jumped. Not to mention Mr. Lin, even the judges' table was full of discussions. This beast soul is so strong. Indeed, I have seen many beast soul-type superpowers, but I have never seen one so powerful. This Minako is a genius. Now Vice Colonel Wong is extremely proud. Only Bai Ni's face showed nothing. Sister Ni, are we wrong? This Mr. Lin doesn't seem to be anything special. Bai Ni's assistant's face was full of worry. She understood Bai Ni's current situation. If the wrong bet is made on Mr. Lin, Bai Ni's father's hard work may be ruined. No, didn't you notice that Mr. Lin didn't panic at all from now on? Ah. She seems to be so good at it. I saw Mr. Lin leaping into the air with a calm expression and no sign of panic. Landing from the sky. Call. Jun Lin's figure was like a meteorite, quickly falling to the ground. This time he used 60% of his strength. A trace of urgency flashed in Minako's eyes. Sudden flash. Call out. Boom. As soon as she dodged away, Mr. Lin smashed her down. Centered on him, within a radius of 5 meters, the floor was shattered by a powerful force. If you get hit by this, you'll be disabled even if you don't die. Minako couldn't help but caress her chest. However, before she could recover, Lin Jun jumped up again. Minako's face suddenly looked horrified. Oops. Every time she flashes, she has to consume 1/5 of her spiritual energy. In other words, if he dodges twice more, his spiritual energy will be exhausted. What should I do? We can't let this go on. Minako's eyes flashed with madness. Continuous fire bomb. Whizzing. Minako kept shooting countless fire bombs at Lin Jun in the air. Landing from the sky. Boom boom. Jun Lin was hit by a flame bomb, and his entire figure was submerged in the flames. Oops. Will Mr. Lin be fine? Why didn't the referee save someone first? That's right, what if something happens? But just when the audience was worried, Lin Jun's whole body was like a meteorite, hitting Minako directly in front of her. Boom. Ah. Puff. Before Minako could dodge, her whole body was knocked away uncontrollably. Not only that, Minako felt like her internal organs were about to be shattered, so she spurted a mouthful of blood. Call out. Lin Jun quickly came to Minako and continued to add a few instant kicks. Bang bang. Minako's figure flew out of the ring. It's a pity that she fainted and died in the air. So when she hit the outside of the ring and hit the ground hard, she remained motionless. There was a sudden silence. In fact, it only took a few seconds from Lin Jun's counterattack to the end. Beast. What a beast. You are willing to do harsh things to such a beautiful girl. What is this if not a beast? There was a moment of silence, and the entire venue continued to roar with curses. However, there were also cheers from many female classmates. After all, Mr. Lin is pretty, so he can be considered a school idol. Bai Ni didn't care at all about Minako's miserable situation. She was as clear-eyed as to the purpose of this woman coming to the NTNU. Haha, Vice Colonel Wong, I will work harder from now on and take over the work of the mission office. You are not young anymore. You need to rest more and don't tire yourself out. Bai Ni's face was full of smiles that couldn't be hidden. Vice Colonel Wang's face was already gloomy, without the triumphant look he had at the beginning. Yan Yan, go prepare to take over the work of the mission office. Bai Ni ignored Vice Colonel Wang's current mood. Just tell the assistant. Wait. At this time, Vice Colonel Wang suddenly called out. Oh, is Vice Colonel Wang going to regret it? Bai Ni's eyes turned cold, and a violent energy surged in his body. Vice Colonel Wang suddenly felt a strong pressure coming towards him. Finally, he pretended to be calm and gritted his teeth and said, HMPH. Why am I, Wang Jin, the kind of person who doesn't admit defeat? It's just, you have to give me some time to prepare for the handover, right? Hearing this, Bai Ni put down his momentum. Okay, let's hand over the work tomorrow. Bai Ni also knew that the old guy had to bite him hard before leaving. But she was very happy to get the mission back. Ever since her father died and she took over the university, the school's annual income was just enough to break even because the mission office was occupied by this old guy. As for the mission office, every year's report only contained the word, loss, which she couldn't believe. Just looking at the workload when the old principal was in office, it was profitable. Not to mention that after she became the principal, because she had acquaintances in the Superpower Alliance, she was assigned 20% of the task load every year. As a result, not only was there no profit, but she had to make up for it from other sources. This was simply a joke. Wang Jin already hated Mr. Lin in his heart. As for Monaco, he hadn't qualified yet. After all. In the ring, seeing that the referee had not announced the result for a long time, Lin Jun had no choice but to remind him again. Hey, teacher, you can announce the result. Oh. I declare that Lin Jun wins. Immediately, bursts of boos from the seniors and screams from the seniors rang out in the audience. Lin Jun still waved his hands to the people around him very politely. After all, I am now firmly in the first place, and I am in a good mood. Not only that, the moment he defeated Monaco, the sound of system rewards still sounded in my mind. Ding! Defeated an opponent in a competitive match and obtained PK points of 500. Currently, the rank is Golden 5. Ding! Congratulations on winning the first place in the competitive competition. You will receive a reward of PK points x 5000 and a PK championship gift pack x1. Ding! Congratulations on being promoted to Gold 4, and congratulations on unlocking new items in the PK store. The moment he saw the PK gift package, Lin Jun couldn't suppress his excitement. He felt that the gift pack would definitely yield epic weapons. After all, Liu Xiaoluo's cane was given as a gift package, and there was also a chance to issue a job transfer certificate. If you can get a second-level swordsman certificate, you will be very successful. No matter which profession you choose, your strength will make a qualitative leap. An example of this is the gunner's change of profession as a mechanic. If he were to use his swordsman profession to deal with those goblins, he would probably die without knowing how. He returned to the rest area with a smile on his face. All he had to do next was to see the second and third places between Kitty Cat and Monaco. This year's competition for the top student was basically over. Haha, I knew that the third child was the number one, and I guessed it right. HMPH, I don't know who just said that the third child is destined to lose. Zhang Hao exposed Luo Dao's nonsense with a look of disdain. Second child, you wronged me. Third child, don't listen to him, I've been cheering for you. Shit, just now when the third child kicked that island girl off the ring, I don't know who called the third child a beast the loudest. Aha. Luo Dao covered Zhang Hao's mouth with all his strength. Hey, the third child, don't listen to his nonsense. The second child didn't make the cut and his brain is so weak that he actually talks nonsense. Lin Jun ignored these two guys and went straight to sit next to Han Ya. Hee, teacher Han Ya, there are already two. Snort. Han Ya looked calm on the surface, but she was panicking in her heart. The rest of the game wasn't until half an hour later. It's a pity that the little cat hasn't returned to blue yet, so he just gave up. Lin Jun was immediately confused. Did this cat just play with itself? However, if you don't get first place, second or third place will be the same. In the end, Bai Ni walked to the microphone and announced the results. As for rewards, the first place will be rewarded with 3 bottles of primary spirit potion and a bonus of 300,000 yuan. Second place, 2 bottles of primary spirit potion, and a bonus of 200,000 yuan. Third place, a bottle of junior spiritual essence potion, and a bonus of 100,000 yuan. After all, the main purpose is to determine the number of top students, and the rewards will not be too many. In this class, none of the 3 chief students are from the legal system, which somewhat makes the legal class feel a little embarrassed. After that, he went up to the stage to receive the award and then stood down. The little kitten Shu Yu pretends to be an idiot. Monaco looked at Lin Jun with a look of resentment. Lin Jun ignored her and struck a cool pose, smiling in the mirror. This photo, it will be posted on the campus bulletin board and circulated forever. Forever. After it was over, Lin Jun wanted to go back to the dormitory to open the gift package. As a result, Han Ya informed him to go to the principal's office. The principal's sister is looking for me. Arriving outside the principal's office, he knocked on the office door with doubts. Boom, come in. A nice royal sister's voice came from inside. Lin Jun opened the door. His eyes moved to the desk inside. I saw Principal Bai Ni, wearing a black professional suit, sitting on an office chair, looking at him with a smile on his face. And beside her stood her beautiful assistant. Lin Jun didn't know the assistant's name. Classmate Lin Jun, come and sit down. Oh, Sister Principal, do you have anything to do with me? Lin Jun asked curiously as soon as he sat down. Haha, classmate Lin Jun, maybe you don't know, but I've been paying attention to you since you entered our vocational university. Sure enough, you didn't disappoint me. Well, notice me. Does the principal's sister also like me? Lin Jun was dumbfounded for a moment. Then he looked full of surprise and said, what a coincidence. In fact, I have been paying attention to you, sister principal, from the beginning. As he spoke, he became a little coy again and continued, it's just, we haven't met a few times now, and we don't know each other well enough. How about we get along for a while? Ahem, classmate Lin Jun, stop. I think you misunderstood me. The more Bai Ni listened, the more he felt something was wrong and quickly interrupted Lin Jun. I called you here to talk about business, but why did my style suddenly change? It feels like we are here for a blind date. What? Lin Jun was stunned. Didn't you say that you noticed me from the time I entered the job? Isn't that what it means? Bai Ni felt that his face was a little hot, and he immediately coughed a few times to cover up his embarrassment. Ahem, classmate Lin Jun, actually I asked you to come here because you have become the new chief student and I want to praise you in person. I really have no other intention. Phew, what a scumbag, she said such ambiguous words just now, but now it's a compliment. However, Lin Jun adheres to the principle that as long as he is not embarrassed, embarrassment will be the purpose of others. He immediately gave her a look that looked like a scumbag. Oh, so that's it, I thought. Ahem, classmate Lin Jun, let's talk about the purpose of calling you here. Faced with Lin Jun's look at the scumbag, Bai Ni had no choice but to change the subject. Lin Jun looked very interested. Jun Lin, do you have other hidden powers? Please tell the truth. This is related to your resources and our school's support in the future. Bai Ni also wanted to make it clear that as long as Lin Jun gave her the truth, she could rest assured and train him with all her strength. Lin Jun was slightly shocked. How did the principal's sister figure this out? Has she followed me? Seeing that Jun Lin's face was not very good, Bai Ni hurriedly explained for fear that he would misunderstand. Don't get me wrong, I haven't followed up on you and investigated you. Judging from your college entrance examination information, it is impossible for you to get an admission notice from the University of Magic, unless you have a hidden talent or ability that is known to the teachers of the University of Magic. Quote. After hearing what Bai Ni said, Lin Jun suddenly felt something strange. Could it be that the last time he killed the Crack Wolf King, someone saw him? Wrong. Could it be that female teacher? When I thought about it, it was really possible. The woman seemed to have a good-natured character, and she might have followed him because she was worried about him. Then I found myself, this is what it should be, and then I was given an entire acceptance letter. However, no matter how you look at the principal's sister, she doesn't seem to be malicious towards him, otherwise she wouldn't have given him privileges. Hey, yes, I also have a hidden summoning power. What the hell? What? Summoning system? Bai Ni and his assistant suddenly lost their composure. I thought that Jun Lin had a normal superpower, and it would be great if he was a dual-attribute superpower. It turned out to be a summoning ability. Really, is it really the summoning system? You are not allowed to lie to me. Jun Lin didn't want to talk nonsense and just snapped his fingers. A light circle lit up on the shoulder, and a silver-white metal ball rolled out. Then it extended its propeller and hovered over the neighbor's head. Bai Ni and his assistant were stunned for a moment. Really, it's really the summoning system. Hey, your summoning system is too weird, isn't it? Others have all kinds of monsters and beasts, why is yours just a drone? Bai Ni admitted that he had seen many summoning superpowers, but he had never seen anyone like Lin Jun. Hee, my summoning system is also known as the mechanic. It mainly summons various drones and fights with mechas. Others can be regarded as beast masters at most. Mechanic, Beast Master. The titles are appropriate. Bai Ni was already sure that he had found a treasure. When it comes to the summoning system, most of them are gathered together by Beijing University. Unexpectedly, she also picked up a fish that slipped through the net. Now she can safely tilt her resources towards Lin Jun. Well, okay, take your drone back. Well, Lin Jun was speechless. What's wrong? This thing, once summoned, cannot be recovered except by blowing it up. Bai Ni, Shu Yanyan, forget it, just fall into the lake next to the woods and blow up. Bai Ni was speechless and pointed out the window. Oh, buzz. The stalker quickly flew out of the window and headed straight for the artificial lake. Not long after, there was an explosion, which immediately frightened the birds in the woods. Of course, there were also many wild mandarin ducks running out with their pants lifted. Lin Jun actually saw Zhang Hao's embarrassed figure. Unexpectedly, this sultry slut actually picked up a girl. Seeing such power, Bai Ni's eyes lit up. Looking at Mr. Lin, he felt even more satisfied. Classmate Lin Jun, here are 2 bottles of primary spiritual essence potions and 2 wine spiritual martial arts skills. Take them, and every month from now on, I will give you 2 bottles of potions. When Lin Jun turned around after hearing this, he saw Bai Ni taking out a box containing 2 bottles of potion and 2 gray scrolls. I know the spirit essence potion, what is this spirit martial skill? Haha, Hanya has long reported that you never pay attention in class, but now I believe it. When she said this, Lin Jun could only smile awkwardly. You know the mission office of our school, right? Lin Jun nodded, I know this. Well, every student will receive task points when completing a task. The most useful use of task points is to go to the library and exchange them for spiritual martial arts with various attributes. Lingyuan skills are self-created supernatural skills created by ancient warriors using ancient martial arts combined with supernatural attributes. They are collectively called spiritual martial arts. I see that you have wind powers and have too few awakened innate skills, so I will give you 2. You already have the foundation of ancient martial arts, so it shouldn't be difficult to learn them. Lin Jun did not refute Bai Ni's belief that his profession as a swordsman was ancient martial arts. However, he was very interested in the 2 spiritual martial arts. I don't know how it is different from talents. After that, Bai Ni gave him her mobile phone number so that if he didn't understand anything in the future, or if there was anything he couldn't solve, he could call her and ask her. Mr. Lin is also happy to serve as his subordinate, and he feels that he is considered a person with a background. At least in school, that's how it will be in the future. Chapter 61. After leaving the principal's office, Lin Jun went straight back to the dormitory. There is no one in the dormitory at the moment. It's just convenient for Mr. Lin. Place 5 bottles of potions on the bed. This is the first place reward and a total of 5 bottles given by Bai Ni. Brother Tongzi, help me take a look. Ding. Name. Elementary Lingyuan Potion. After use, you will gain 10,000 experience points. Tongzi, you didn't lie to me, this thing is actually an experience potion. Ding. Go away, when did I lie to you? This potion is undoubtedly an experience potion for the host. Aha, it's done, it's done. Suddenly Lin Jun thought of something and asked a little uneasily, will there be any side effects if I drink it? Ding. Not for the host. Phew, then I'll be relieved. Before the college entrance examination, I heard Lu Santin talk about this stuff. No wonder those who have just awakened and have low talents can improve their strength so quickly. It turns out it's because I have money to take this potion. According to his current experience bar, he still needs 95 bottles to be promoted to C level. I heard Fatty say that 1 bottle costs 400,000 to 500,000 yuan, so 95 bottles is. A number instantly killed Lin Jun's idea of taking drugs and rising to S level. I can't afford it. Looking at these 5 bottles of potion, I felt regretful. Is it tasteless to eat? It would be a pity to throw them away. Then Lin Jun picked up a scroll. Wind control half moon / Xuanji. Wind controlling half moon / infuse the wind attribute spirit into the knife or sword, and wield a half moon sword energy. This is spiritual martial arts and a brief introduction. Open the scroll, and inside is the method of cultivation. Just by looking at it, Mr. Lin knew that this skill was definitely much better than the wind blade and cross slash. Ding. To obtain the skill wind control half moon / does it cost 1 million gold coins and a few swordsman skill points to practice? No way. Can this also be systematized in the game? Ding. Just say whether you want to learn or not. Learn. This is best for lazy people like me. Isn't it just 1 million? Top up 1 million immediately. Ding. Already learned wind control half moon / Wind control half moon / swing out a huge arc-shaped wind attribute sword energy, causing basic skill attack plus 150% skill damage to the target. Spirit consumption. 100. A colorless crystal core, cooling time, 10 seconds. Weapon requirements. Knives, swords. Well, Tongzi, why do I feel like I've been cheated? Ding. You are thinking too much. After gamification, as long as you have spirit essence and colorless crystal core, you can achieve instant shooting. If you learn by yourself, you have to pour spirit essence into the weapon every time you release it. Doesn't this become a poor charging skills? Is that okay? Hey, what Go Tongzi said makes sense. When Lin Jun thought about it, it seemed to make sense. Besides, he didn't say what level the colorless crystal core was. After he left school, he would sell dozens of them first. It's just that it takes 10 seconds to cool down. After withdrawing his thoughts, Lin Jun continued to pick up another volume. Wind Step. It turns out to be a Dharma type. Ding. Whether to spend 1 million gold coins to learn the Wind Step yellow level. You actually don't need skill points, just study. Ding. Has learned the Wind Step. Wind Step. After activation, after images will appear on your feet, making it difficult for opponents to figure out your steps, and your speed will be increased by 100%. Spiritual energy consumption per second, 1. Tongzi, can this skill be stacked with my innate skill of sprinting? Lin Jun felt that if it couldn't be superimposed, learning this skill would basically be in vain, and it wasn't even as fast as his sprinting speed. Ding. Can be superimposed. Phew, that's pretty much it. In my heart, I am very grateful to Bai Ni, the sister of the principal. At least these two spiritual martial arts skills are good. Wind control half moon slash makes up for his swordsman's shortcomings of not having a big move. Wind control step used to increase his escape speed. Thinking of this, I missed Li Laoliu's advice again. If you run slowly, you will become a fertile ground for the excrement of alien animals. If you run fast, you can go home, marry a wife and have children. Well, let's call Uncle Li later and send some money or something. I don't know who else will pay the fine for him if I don't help him. It would be better if it's not my aunt, otherwise I'm a little worried that Uncle Li will lose half his life. Tongzi, help me open the PK gift package. Ding. Turning on. Ding. Congratulations on opening the PK gift package. You will get X1 Epic Weapon, Wings of Light Special Enhancement Scroll plus 11 X1, Optional Job Transfer Certificate X1, and Shojun Jar X10. I'm CCC. Omega. An epic weapon is really out. Not only that, there is also a certificate of self-selected job transfer. Enhancement volume that strengthens plus 1-1. Such luck. I'm going to take off. Click on the epic weapon. Wings of Light. Category. Lightsaber exclusive to Soul Calibur. Grade. Epic. Level. 3. Attack power. 350. Skill attack. 350. Strength plus 35. Spirit plus 35. Additional characteristics. For those holding weapons, attack speed and movement speed are increased by 50%. Introduction. Sword Soul's weapon. My own professional changing Sword Soul. Tongzi, you are a real dog. If he hadn't received a certificate of self-selected job transfer, Lin Jun's mentality might have exploded. The job transfer proves that I chose Sword Soul. Ding. Obtain Sword Soul Job Transfer Certificate X1, do you want to use it? Use. Ding. Congratulations to the host for successfully transferring to Sword Soul and gaining new learnable skills. Mr. Lin clicked on the learnable skills column, and there were already 3 learnable skills in it. Ultimate Shadow Swordsmanship, exclusive to Sword Soul. You can obtain different swordsmanship by using different types of swords. Ultimate Shadow Rising Dragon Slash. The body is surrounded by a dragon shadow, and it rushes forward quickly. During the rush, it gains a body dominance effect. Enemies touched by the dragon shadow cause attack power plus 100% attack power damage. Spirit Consumption. 100. Cooling time. 5 seconds. Full Moon Rotating Light Slash. Centering on itself. Quickly draw the sword and slash out a circular light blade, causing attack power plus 250% attack power damage to enemies within a 10-meter radius. Spirit Consumption. 101 Colorless Crystal Core. Cooling time. 20 seconds. Hit all 3 skills to perfection. Lin Jun discovered that as long as the skills learned after the 3rd level were basically colorless crystal cores, Lin Jun was not too entangled in this. There are already 2 enhanced plus 11 enhanced full volumes in the system warehouse, and Lin Jun plans to use one. The system uses a strengthening scroll on the Wings of Light. Ding. Use the special +11 strengthening volume. Ding. Congratulations on getting Wings of Light +11. No surprise, the lightsaber's attack power is 350, plus the 700 attack power of Enhancement 11, it has already exceeded 1000. On his own panel, the basic attack power has reached 1200 attacks. If you add the skill bonus, you can do 4000 damage. It can be said that level 5 elite monsters can kill one person with one sword. Lin Jun held up the Wings of Light and looked at it. The weight is very light, and it is as heavy as a wooden sword when picked up. Looking closer, the sword is as big as 2 fingers, crystal clear, and as thin as a cicada's wings. Since it is a lightsaber, when viewed from a distance of more than 1 meter, it feels like a big sword. Because the light is too dazzling. It was originally light blue, but because it was strengthened to 11, the light blue was mixed with a faint blush. Fortunately, the system is equipped with a scabbard, otherwise it would be too ostentatious. But it doesn't matter, he is already preparing to pre-sell the lightsaber. As long as he sells more lightsabers, others won't be surprised. Looking at the replaced Feng Ren Tai Dao, Lin Jun was a little reluctant to give up. But I still plan to sell it. After all, this sword was only a first level Zawu. If it hadn't been strengthened to 11, he wouldn't have used it for so long. In addition, in the PK store, there are already 3-level competitive Zawu among the items available for purchase. Lin Jun did not expect that the store skipped the 2nd level and directly sold the 3rd level. It's just that the price is a bit expensive. It requires 100 PK points. When it is strengthened to 10, it will cost more than 3 million to be cost-effective. Put things back into the system space and hide the lightsaber. When I got up and was about to stretch, my phone suddenly rang. Please don't be obsessed with me anymore. Pick up the phone and take a look. It's Lu Sandon again. Hey, 3 tons, what's the matter? Lu Santon's excited voice came from the other side of the phone. Haha, Lin Jun, guess where I got in today's freshman campus competition? First. No, that's the second one. Neither. Lu Santon's originally excited tone gradually became depressed. Then I won't guess, you can tell yourself. I only heard Lu Santon say weakly, no, number 50. Lin Jun. Lin, Mr. Lin, don't underestimate the 50th place. If you know that Magic University is a university with as many geniuses as dogs and perverts everywhere, it is not comparable to your third-rate universities. Lu Santon was very unconvinced by Lin Jun's silence. Well, what's the rank of my Bai Ling? Oh, you're talking about her. She's a little taller than me, 6th. Your uncle. This one is a bit louder, but this one is much taller, okay. Lu Santon was embarrassed to say any more and immediately turned to Lin Jun. Forget it, let's not talk about our side. I wonder how many of you have won. First. What? Which number? I said first. Nah, I want to transfer to another school. Doo-doo. Lu Santon died. Lin Jun chuckled. Sample, if you want to find a sense of superiority in me, you are overthinking it. Later, she received a call from Lu Bailing, telling her about her ranking today. Just after hanging up the phone, Lu Wanshu called again. But what surprised Lin Jun was that the scammer Lu Wanshu ranked 8th. Lin Jun was a little confused. When I met her that time, she wasn't crying. She was actually more powerful than Lu Santon, and she still lived for a long time. Looking at the time, it was already 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Now that the freshman competition is over, I should be able to go out. He left immediately, and soon after, Mr. Lin came to the school gate. He directly greeted the guard, Uncle Bao, I'm going out for a while. Is it your boy? Okay, remember not to be late tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you, Uncle Bao. Lin Jun left the school without any surprise. I hailed a taxi and went back to the store. Half an hour later. The car stopped at the street corner. This is considered a pedestrian street. Cars cannot enter, so Lin Jun can only walk a short distance. Just as he reached the door, Lin Jun heard the sound of quarreling in the store. We have signed the contract, but you can leave just as you say. How can it be unreasonable? I don't care. I have already bought this store. I only give you 3 days to move it out. Otherwise, don't blame me for being rude. The first voice belonged to Uncle Mo. Lin Jun walked straight in. Then he saw Uncle Mo, his face flushed with anger, arguing with another middle-aged man in a suit and tie. Uncle Mo, what's going on? Xiao Jun, are you back? The middle-aged man also turned around and looked at Junlin, who was wearing school uniform. Then he looked frivolous and said, are you the owner of this store? Yes, who are you? Haha, I have already bought this store. I don't plan to rent it out, so please move out within 3 days. Okay, I don't want the liquidated damages, as long as my rent and deposit are returned to me. Lin Jun agreed readily. The middle-aged man was surprised that Mr. Lin agreed so readily. In fact, Lin Jun had already thought about it. Most of the people on this street are students. Mercenaries and hunters rarely come here. So he planned to open the store to the south gate of Shanghai. As for why we chose the south gate, the reason is that there are exotic beast areas in the south, ranging from low levels 3 or 4 to high levels 7 or 8. And the weapons he sells now are most suitable for users with abilities below B level. Maybe business will be much easier than this. How is that possible? You haven't completed the lease and you still want to refund the deposit. I will refund you some rent at most. If you are not convinced, you can sue me. Oh, only then did Lin Jun realize that he was looking for trouble. Seeing that Mr. Lin was silent, the middle-aged man thought that he had taken advantage of Mr. Lin, and began to get emotional. Of course, if you are willing to share your channels for these spiritual weapons with me, I will not only let you continue to open a store, but also how about waiving your rent? Think about it. If you move out, you will have to find a new store, decorate it, and spend a lot of money. How many spiritual weapons do you have to sell to make money back? In his opinion, such a good Lingyuan weapon was sold so cheaply, so he guessed that Mr. Lin did not make much profit. It was purely a matter of small profits but quick turnover, using love to generate electricity. He had inquired about the owner of this store in the Liu family before. He's just a little guy from a small place with no power. He doesn't have any financial resources, otherwise he wouldn't open a shop in this corner. Lin Jun has heard about it and is a fellow traveler, so it's no wonder. I'm sorry, I'm not interested in this store now. As for the rent and deposit, you have to refund them or not. Oh, you don't think that being a superpower means you're awesome, do you? The middle-aged man sneered, then immediately took out his mobile phone, dialed a number, rang a few times, and then hung up. Then he looked at Mr. Lin and smiled disdainfully. There was a noise at the door. Several young men in well-dressed clothes came in, and they all seemed to have superpowers. I advise you to tell me the purchase channel, otherwise you won't be able to take away anything you have here. Seeing this situation, Uncle Mo's face was full of worry. He was afraid that Junlin would be hurt, and he was just an ordinary person and couldn't help at all. I thought to myself, it would be nice if my precious daughter Lu Xiaoluo was at home. He only trusted Lu Xiaoluo when it came to fighting with others. Lin Jun faced the 5 or 6 young men without any fluctuation in his expression. I have changed my mind now. The liquidated damages and deposit cannot be less. Boy, you are looking for death. The middle-aged man's face was gloomy. Go ahead and destroy this store. How dare you? Junlin yelled about the quintessence of Chinese culture and kicked the middle-aged man in the stomach. Bang! Ah! The middle-aged man screamed and flew out the door. Seeing their boss being beaten, several young men were stunned for a moment. Maybe I didn't expect this kid to be so reckless and take action at the slightest disagreement. After being stunned, he immediately rushed towards Mr. Lin. But these 6 people are all D-level or lower superpowers, and they are relatively incompetent. Lin Jun was just kicked by one person, and he only used 20 to 30% of his strength to fly out the door one after another. This scene also attracted a lot of melon-eating spectators. I don't know what happened, but it doesn't stop them from eating melon. Seeing that his bodyguard was actually killed by a freshman, it was solved so easily. The middle-aged man endured the pain and cursed angrily at the bodyguards who fell to the ground. Trash, you are all trash, even a freshman in college can't handle it, so why am I raising you? In fact, he himself was extremely surprised. Logically speaking, a freshman student, no matter how talented he is, would not be able to deal with 6D level superpowers. Seeing Junlin walking out of the store, the middle-aged man looked frightened. He hurriedly took out his cell phone and called the police. You Don't come over here. I've already called the police. I can tell you that the patrol director in charge of this area is my uncle. You'll be in good hands then. Hearing what the middle-aged man said, Lin Jun's forehead wrinkled slightly. Suddenly I felt that things were in trouble. Xiao Jun, what should I do? Uncle Mo's face was full of worry. Lin Jun pondered for a moment and then whispered a few words in Uncle Mo's ear. The latter understood and immediately returned to the store. Sure enough, not long after, a group of security guards arrived. What happened? Hello, comrade, I am the nephew of Li Min, the director of District B Bureau in Magic City. The middle-aged man told the patrol officer everything in a sarcastic manner. What he said was that he no longer wanted to rent, and was willing to pay liquidated damages and return the deposit and rent. Then Mr. Lin refused to accept it, and even asked for 1 million. He was unwilling, and then Mr. Lin started beating people. The leader was a young man in his 30s, who obviously knew the middle-aged man. So he walked directly to Mr. Lin without confirming the authenticity. Please come with us. As he spoke, he took out the handcuffs and cuffed Jun Lin. I can leave on my own, and you haven't checked. Are you sure you want to handcuff a person with supernatural powers? Lin Jun did not read books for nothing during this time. In the absence of evidence proving that a person with special abilities has committed a crime, people with special abilities have special privileges. Are you a superpower? The young security guard who led the team discovered that Lin Jun was wearing a school uniform. Suddenly it felt a bit difficult to handle. This college student is different from ordinary people. It is impossible to use the same methods as ordinary people. Please come with us first. The young security guard who led the team did not embarrass Mr. Lin too much and was very polite in his words. He knew that the middle-aged man was not a good person, and he often did things to bully and dominate the market. If he didn't have an uncle who was the director of the patrol branch, he would have been dragged to use the sewing machine. Of course, he would only choose some ordinary people with no background and some power users with little strength. But he seems to have forgotten that college students are not so easy to bully. Even if the evidence is conclusive, the process still has to be completed in front of the school's dedicated team of lawyers. If you want to get a trick, don't even think about it. You know, the major universities in the Dragon Kingdom now, when the city is attacked by a wave of alien beasts, before the military support arrives. Students from various colleges and universities are obliged to form an army immediately under the organization of the Superpower Alliance, as the main force to protect their homeland. From the moment he was admitted to the college for special abilities, he became a reserve soldier of the country. Therefore, the patrol leader did not deliberately make things difficult for Mr. Lin. But when he looked at the middle-aged man, his eyes were full of disgust. Lin Jun didn't resist, and followed the patrol to the patrol car at the intersection of the street. As soon as he got in the car and sat down, the middle-aged man got in the car behind him. At this time, he looked at Mr. Lin, his face was very proud. Boy, when we get to the patrol station, I'll see you. Lin Jun remained silent and just looked at him lightly, as if he were looking at a dead person. Patrol Security District Branch, an interrogation room. Mr. Lin has been here for half an hour. No one came to interrogate him. Just when he was impatient, the door suddenly opened. 3 people came in. The leader was an old man with a big belly, about 50 to 60 years old, with a slightly chubby face. Judging from his clothes, he was probably a director. Why don't you put forbidden spirit handcuffs on him? What do you do for food? Seeing that Mr. Lin was not handcuffed, the fat old man looked unhappy and yelled at the 2 people around him. Director Li, this is a college student. We can't handcuff him without conclusive evidence. The patrol leader explained with an embarrassed look on his face. HMPH. Captain Huang, what are you talking about? What do you mean there is no evidence? Surveillance is not evidence. He was the one who beat people first, and there was a confession from the victim. Pooh, you've already tampered with the surveillance and deleted the audio of the conversation. What kind of bullshit victim's confession can be used as evidence? Captain Huang cursed in his heart. As for the branch chief Li Min, who is a branch of the Li family in the magical city, he is not afraid of a high school student with a background and is very proficient in his business. After getting the monitoring, I deleted what was changed and deleted and what should be kept. I believe that with his background, vocational college will not have trouble with their Lee family for an ordinary student. You are suspected of blackmail and intentional injury. Due to the serious circumstances, you may face 10 years in prison. Of course, if you can obtain the victim's forgiveness, we will also reduce your sentence as appropriate. Lin Jun was speechless. Is it okay to plead guilty in such a fair and just way? I'm sorry, I don't admit to any of these charges. Oh, are you trying to resist the law? Jun Lin was too lazy to speak. Now he just had to wait for the school's lawyer to come and didn't want to waste his words. Boom. Seeing Lin Jun's attitude, Li Min stood up and slapped the case, his face gloomy. You thought your school could save you. Now you'd better find a way to get the victim's forgiveness, otherwise no one will save you. Lin Jun just glanced at him and continued to remain silent. Okay. It seems like you don't want to feel better. A powerful A-level pressure rushed towards Mr. Lin. Lin Jun felt suddenly out of breath, and his whole body felt like it was being pressed by a giant object. Although his attack power is comparable to that of an A-level superpower, his strength is indeed only that of AD level 1. Lin Jun gritted his teeth and held on. Even though his face was extremely red from holding it in, he did not make a sound. Just when Kue Cheng couldn't bear it anymore, the door was suddenly pushed open. You, the Li family, don't think you can cover the sky with one hand in the devil's capital, do you? The pressure suddenly relaxed, and Lin Jun took a few big breaths. Then he looked at the person coming from the door. A woman in a red cheongsam, 2 long black silk legs, and red high heels. Ah, why is it you? Lin Jun was dumbfounded for a moment. Isn't this the elder sister who bought his weapons? Lu Mulan, what are you doing here? Li Min was also a little confused. Why did the eldest lady of the Lu family suddenly come to the security bureau? Hey, if I didn't come, how would I know that you, the dignified patrol director, had beaten a college student to death? She got news that someone bought a staff at Junline Pavilion 2 days ago that can summon strange beasts. She was shocked. She didn't expect that boy to have such a good thing. However, this also made her very unhappy. Lin Jun didn't think of her immediately for such a good thing. Therefore, Lu Mulan wanted to go to Lin Jun's shop in person to see if there were any other good things. As a result, I saw Mr. Lin being taken away by the security patrol. Miss Lu, this is the security bureau, you don't just come in casually. Li Min did not give Lu Mulan a good look. The Li family and the Lu family are both Guwu families and one of the 4 major families in Magic City. The relationship between the 2 families has always been bad. Director Li, I'm here to bail Lin Jun, and of course, Lin Jun's legal team. What, are you here for this kid? What's your relationship? Li Min's heart suddenly felt like he was in trouble. Yes, Lin Jun is my business partner, what do you think? Lu Mulan looked amused. I just happened to see the scene where Director Li solved the case like a god. It was really exciting. HMPH. How to try the case is all the business of our patrol and security bureau, so I don't need to worry about it, Miss Lu. Then he looked at Jun Lin and said, you can go. Lin Jun was even more dumbfounded this time. You are a director after all, so you give in. However, Lin Jun will not just let it go. I wanted to wait for the school representatives to come and then launch a counterattack. Now that he can go out now, Lin Jun doesn't have the hobby of pretending to be a slap in the face. Revenge is not as satisfying as doing it yourself. Follow Lu Mulan and leave. At the entrance of the security bureau. Aha, thank you, eldest sister, for coming to help me at this time. Lin Jun licked his face and thanked her. Lu Mulan didn't stop and walked straight to a commercial vehicle. The driver of the car immediately got out of the car and opened the door for her. Well, this eldest sister has good breasts, good legs, and is good at fasting, but her personality is not very good. A little cold. Forget it, thank you anyway. At worst, if you have some good stuff in the future, just sell it to her cheaply. Seeing her getting in the car, Lin Jun stopped and prepared to watch her eldest sister leave. Suddenly, the eldest sister's voice came from the car. Boarding. Ah, I said get in the car. Oh. Jun Lin didn't know what kind of medicine this eldest sister was selling, but he still got in the car stupidly. As soon as he got in the car started moving. In the car, Lu Mulan just turned her head and looked out the window, with no intention of talking to Jun Lin. When Lin Jun saw that she didn't speak, he didn't know what to say. For a while, the car was filled with an awkward atmosphere. For a long time, only then did Lu Mulan look away and look at Lin Jun. I heard that your store has a staff that can summon strange beasts. Huh, oh, there is one, do you want it? Yeah, I'm very interested. Phew, well, I'll sell it to you at the cost price. Jun Lin didn't know that his staff had been sold. Lu Mulan glanced at him and only replied with 2 words, haha. Is she the one who needs that little money? Half an hour later, the car stopped at the intersection of the store. Lin Jun led Lu Mulan back to the store. I found that the lights were still on in the store. There was no need to guess. Uncle Mo and the others were probably waiting for news. Entering the store, Lu Xiaoluo was the first to see Lin Jun walking in. He immediately jumped out of Aunt May's arms and jumped onto Jun Lin's thigh with his short legs. Brother, it's my brother who got fat, hee hee. Uncle Mo and Aunt May breathed a sigh of relief when they saw Jun Lin. They are all ordinary people. In today's world, they belong to the lowest level, so it is normal to worry. Xiaojun, are you okay? He picked up Lu Xiaoluo and comforted her. Uncle Mo, Aunt May, I'm fine, I made you worry. Aunt May saw a beautiful woman standing behind Jun Lin and asked in confusion, who is this? Oh, this is, my friend, she bailed me out. Oh, Xiaojun, you probably haven't eaten yet. I'll cook some noodles for you. Yeah, Auntie Xinmei. Wait for Aunt May and Uncle Mo to enter the kitchen. Sister, take a look, I have many level 3 weapons. Lin Jun turned around and said to Lu Mulan. I saw Lu Mulan's eyes fixed on the small chopsticks hanging around Lu Xiaoluo's neck, unblinking. Lu Xiaoluo also noticed that this big-breasted sister was staring greedily at her baby. He immediately clenched his hands and twisted them aside, with a fierce look on his face. Bad big-breasted sister, don't look at it. This stick is mine, and so is Pippi. Lu Mulan's face suddenly darkened when she heard this little brat calling her big-breasted sister. He immediately glared at Lu Xiaoluo. You little brat, you are so annoying. Ahem, that eldest sister, don't behave like a child. Lin Jun immediately smoothed things over. Come on, I'll show you the staff. With that said, Jun Lin was going to take Lu Mulan to the staff display cabinet. When he came to the display cabinet, he didn't see the wood spirit staff. Lin Jun was a little dumbfounded for a moment. I didn't even see the illustration of the Kodama staff. There are only 2 situations. One is that Uncle Mo has collected the land to make room for it, but has already sold it. Hopefully it's the former. Otherwise, Lu Mulan's eyes have changed. Ahem, let me ask. Lin Jun immediately ran into the kitchen. After a while, Lin Jun came out, his face full of embarrassment. Hey, sister, I'm sorry. That staff has been sold, why don't you look at something else? Are you kidding me? Well, I really don't know. I just came back from school in the afternoon. In fact, there are many weapons here. If you like them, I will break your bones. I have no choice but to say that I owe her a favor. Real. After saying that, his eyes moved to Lu Xiaoluo's neck and Lin Jun's arms. Really? Eh? Lin Jun looked at the small chopsticks hanging on Lu Xiaoluo's chest, and then looked at Lu Mulan's hot eyes. HMPH. Don't look at it, bad big-breasted sister. Ah, sister, accept this. Just kidding, this staff is obviously only compatible with Lu Xiaoluo. It may be difficult for others to use it, but he is an example anyway. Let's just talk about that peepee. He wouldn't even touch it, but he could let Lu Xiaoluo play it like a ball. HMPH. Then I won't watch it. I wipe it. This eldest sister is also a little tsundere. What a trouble. Suddenly, Lin Jun seemed to think of something. Sister, wait a moment, I'll give you the good ones. Before Lu Mulan could react, Lin Jun pretended to go in and get something. Entering the inner room, he didn't recognize Lu Xiaoluo as an outsider, and directly took out the Wind Blade Tai sword and the 3rd level purple Aurora sword from the space. This unique skill of conjuring things out of thin air made Lu Xiaoluo stunned for a while. Sister, are you satisfied with these 2? The Wind Blade Taito is only exquisite, and it is strengthened to 11 and glows red. It looks good, but its attack power is really not high. On the other hand, the Aurora sword of level 3, strengthened to level 10, has quite objective attack power. This, what a knife. What a sword. Lu Mulan was stunned. She is a weapons lover, and she is also an ancient warrior, so she has little resistance to good weapons. But her favorite is the Aurora sword. This was a weapon she had never seen before. Although it was light in weight, it was extremely sharp. Okay, I want these two spiritual weapons. Seeing the eldest sister happy, Lin Jun breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, add these two together, I'll only charge you 10 million. It only costs money for the Aurora sword. Okay, deal. Soon after, Lin Jun sent Lu Mulan to the corner of the street. Lu Mulan turned around before getting into the car. By the way, my name is Lu Mulan, you can call me Sister Mulan. After that, he got in the car and left. Last name is Lu Mulan. The next day, Lin Jun asked Bai Ni for 2 days leave. Then I went to the south gate of Magic City with Uncle Mo and rented a 200 square meter shop. I bought a move-in 4-bedroom suite nearby. Of course, this was bought for the Lu Mo family. But he will live together for the time being. On the same day, decoration was arranged, containers were customized, and plaques were made. In fact, there is no need to decorate it, just paint it briefly and put in shelves and display cabinets. It only took 2 days to get ready. This time, Mr. Lin has gained experience. As long as it is a purple weapon, no matter how many levels it is, a picture guide will be posted. This will make it easier for customers to understand the characteristics of Lingyuan weapons. Later, Lin Jun also received the deposit and liquidated damages returned by the middle-aged man. It seemed that Li Limin was afraid that Lu Mulan would make things worse, so he asked the middle-aged man to compromise. But Mr. Lin had no intention of letting the middle-aged man go. Now we just need to wait for some limelight, and then let him die without a complete body like his friend from the stick country. Saturday morning, Lin Jun got up early and planned to go to the wild. He has already learned that just a few dozen kilometers away, there is an area with a lot of elite beasts, and most of them are from level 3 to level 5. Just take advantage of these 2 days on Sunday to go out and hunt some colorless crystal cores, just in case you need to use them in the future and you won't be able to use your ultimate move. As soon as he got rid of Lu Xiaoluo's entanglement and was about to go out, he ran into Lu Bailing. Aunt May had already told her about the move. This time she was not alone, there were 2 girls wearing Magic University uniforms beside her. Lin Jun, where are you going? Omega, how fat is this housekeeper's tone? Brark, you're back, I'm going to take a walk in the wild. What, you want to go out again? No, you have to take me with you if you want to go. Lu Bailing exclaimed and immediately stuck to him. But Lin Jun was going to hunt elites this time, so how could he bring her with him? A woman would only affect the speed at which he drew his gun. Besides, to hunt elite-level beasts, even ordinary B-level powers have to form a team. Although Lin Jun can handle it, if he brings her with him, wouldn't it be a burden? Lin Jun gave her a headache. Next time, I really have something to do this time. Ah, what are you doing? Someone is here. Lu Bailing clutched his forehead, his face flushed with embarrassment. Only then did Lin Jun remember that there were 2 girls beside him. Ahem, hello everyone. Lin Jun said hello to the 2 girls. Hee, hello, my name is Feng Wanwan. Are you the childhood sweetheart from Bai Ling? You are indeed a handsome guy. The more delicate and cute girl among the 2 girls winked and chuckled. Yao Bing. There was another girl, a taller girl with a cool temperament, who just gave her a name. Aha, my name is Lin Jun, nice to meet you. How happy are you? Lin Jun, Omega, haha, you're just kidding, we heard from Bai Ling that there is a unique spirit weapon here, so we came here to see it for you. This is the principal. It turns out that Lu Bailing started the pimping business. Yes, he is a family man. Haha, then go in and take a look. If you like it, let Bailing give you a discount. I'm going to get busy. Okay, bye. In vain. With that said, Mr. Lin went out and turned right, heading straight for the south gate. Bailing, your brother Lin is so handsome. Bah, if I tell you to talk nonsense, I'll get beaten. Except for the south gate, Lin Jun walked directly to the south. There are also many mercenary teams traveling together on the road, basically a team of 5 to 8 people. Lone rangers like Lin Jun are relatively rare. Because of this, he received many curious looks, but Mr. Lin could only choose to ignore them. It wasn't until an hour later that there were no other hunting teams left. Come to a tree root to rest and drink some water. It seems like you have to walk. You can't walk dozens of kilometers for half a day. Lin Jun was a little depressed. After the world changed, there were no decent roads in the outside world, and he couldn't drive at all. Even the current road was trampled by mercenary groups and hunting teams. It would be great if there was a flying wind power like that magic OL teacher. When Lin Jun said he could fly, he suddenly had an idea. Hell, I can fly too, okay. Call me a pig brain. Half an hour later, outskirts of Mirkwood, the 6 stalkers slowly lowered their height. When they were only more than 3 meters away from the ground, as soon as the small claws protruding from the bottom of the stalkers were loosened, Lin Jun jumped onto the ground steadily. Yes, this is why Lin Jun can fly. Taking advantage of the stalker's ability to fly, I wanted to tie him up with a rope and then take him flying. Unexpectedly, the stalker could still stretch out a grab, so Lin Jun tied one end of a rope into a loop and tied a dozen rope ends on the other end. Then try slowly to see how many stalkers it takes to take you flying. I thought I would need at least a dozen, but in the end I only used 6. Not only could I take him flying, but I could also maintain a speed of more than 80 per hour. For a moment, Lin Jun was extremely excited. This means that he will have one more way to escape in the future. He thought that when he went back, he would make a special set of cassettes similar to parachutes so that he could easily fly high in the sky. I don't want to be like this now, needing to hold the rope with one hand, which is indeed a bit tiring. For a moment, Lin Jun had some doubts. His biggest golden finger would not be this stalker, not the system. Hee, Tongzi, is there any way to have an idea with the right master? In a good mood, Lin Jun started teasing the system again. Ding, roll, then there was no more sound. Lin Jun saw that the system had no intention of chatting with him. I had no choice but to put away the rope angrily, lift my legs and get into the dense forest. This is his destination, an area with a large number of elite beasts below level 5. Even the officials don't know the reason, and these elite level beasts are all local mutations of Blue Star. However, I heard that mercenary groups and hunting teams don't like to hunt here because the mortality rate is too high, and those with strength will look down on them, while those with little strength will find it difficult to deal with a group of elites. This is why no one comes here. But for Lin Jun, it is a good place to level up and get colorless. We walked into the dense forest for about 10 minutes. 4 level 3 elite beasts were discovered. Explosive Tusk Wild Boar. Attribute: Earth. Level: Elite. Level: 3. Attack Power: 550. Defense: 200. Life: 1200. Skill: Explosive Earth Impact. As expected, it is worthy of being a 3rd level elite. Its attributes are more than twice as high as those of ordinary 3rd level beasts. The 4 wild boars that were looking for food also discovered Jun Lin's presence. Suddenly, 4 pairs of scarlet eyes stared at Jun Lin. But Lin Jun took out the pistol calmly. Bang bang bang. The 4 3rd level elite beasts were taken away with one shot before they could react. Ding. Kill the 3rd level elite beast and gain experience x 2000, healing strawberry x 10, strengthening stone x 15, and gold coin x 1500. Ding. The experience is actually 4 times that of ordinary exotic beasts, which only have 500 experience per head. Calculating this is not a lot of experience, but killing 4 heads this time means 8,000 experience points. Since quality is not enough, quantity can be used to make up for it. When he came to the corpse of the alien beast, he took out a short sword and began to dig out the crystal core. I don't know if Mr. Lin has a bad hand or what, but not one of the 4 crystal cores has attributes. Mr. Lin misses Jian Yi a little bit, that silly guy. However, Lin Jun did not lose heart. After all, his main goal this time was to hunt for colorless crystal nuclei. Receive the colorless crystal core into the system space and continue walking deep into the dense forest. After that, every once in a while, you can always encounter large or small groups of elite exotic beasts. But they were all level 3. At least he had hunted more than 30 of them, but he had never found any level 4 or 5. I don't know if it's because this place is just on the outskirts of the dense forest. By noon, Lin Jun had penetrated more than 10 kilometers. We happened to come to the edge of a mountain stream. I just wanted to pack some stream water and eat some compressed biscuits to replenish my energy. They found that the stream was turbid. Lin Jun was so angry that he immediately cursed. What the hell, that wicked thing has made all the good water dirty. With that said, he got up and walked upstream. He wanted to see what kind of evil thing it was. After a while, Lin Jun came to the bottom of a small waterfall. I found that the turbid water came from a small waterfall. Just wait for me. If I don't kill you, my surname won't be Lin. As he spoke, Lin Jun climbed up the stone slope beside the waterfall. No matter what kind of beast it was, he decided to smash it into pieces. After climbing to the top of the waterfall, I found that I had not yet reached the source, so I continued to look for the source along the stream. But I kept walking for more than an hour, until Lin Jun gave up in his heart. Suddenly I heard some movement from the front, mixed with human voices. Lin Jun immediately got into the grass by the stream, and then slowly moved towards the source of the sound. Hearing that the sound was very close, Mr. Lin pushed aside the grass. Seeing the scene in front of me, I was immediately shocked. On the cliff in front, a group of men in red robes, with their heads and faces covered, were commanding a group of third-level alien beasts, carrying rocks and soil back and forth from a cave. Judging from the situation, this stone cliff should have been hollowed out. Lin Jun was shocked for a moment. Are these people beast masters? Otherwise, how would it be possible to direct the alien beast gang to do things? Like a curious cat, Mr. Lin moved closer to the stone wall, and then observed it carefully for a while, but couldn't figure out why. I really thought that it would be better to have one less thing than one more thing, so I started to move away. At this time, a dozen men in red robes came out of the cave, dragging 2 men and 1 woman. The clothes worn by the 2 men and 1 woman made Lin Jun stop his retreat immediately. Military people. During the battle to defend Jinyang City, Lin Jun fought side by side with the army. Therefore, Mr. Lin is still very familiar with the military uniforms. Seeing these 3 people, their faces were bruised and swollen, their clothes were in tatters, and there was blood oozing out. He must have been abused. Lin Jun frowned slightly. He is a little curious now. Who are these men in red who dare to attack soldiers? Lin Jun gave up the idea of leaving and wanted to see what the men in red were going to do to the 3 soldiers next. I saw 3 soldiers being dragged to the edge of the stream, and a man who seemed to be the leader of the red-robed men came in front of the 3 of them. I didn't expect that your Dragon Kingdom military would find out here so quickly. Bah, you colluded with foreign races and were willing to be lackeys. You are indeed born to be cheap. The female soldier forced herself to sit up, straightening her back, without any fear on her face. The man in red had a cold look in his eyes. Oh, are you really not afraid of death? Snort. The female soldier only gave him a joking look, and her meaning was obvious. Seeing how tough these Dragon Kingdom soldiers were, the man in red couldn't help but get angry. There was envy, jealousy, and hatred in his eyes. I don't know why, but when I saw the soldiers of the Dragon Kingdom, I would rather die than reveal any information. Come here and deal with them. Yes. With that said, the man in red robe turned around and walked towards the cave. After he entered the cave, 6 men in red drew their long knives and stepped forward, ready to send the 3 soldiers away. Hey, what a pity for such a beautiful beauty. I think it's a pity too. Several minions in red lamented the pity and raised their swords to kill the 3 of them. Mo Shungan looked at his 2 teammates with guilt in his eyes. Away, Ayong, I'm sorry for you. Ahem, Captain, don't say that. Without you, we would have died in the battle on the front line. Just, Captain, don't blame yourself. We will make a lot of money if we can go to hell with you, hee. The 2 male soldiers had no strength to sit up, and their words were weak, but they managed to squeeze out a smile on their pale and resolute faces. Okay, thank you, our 9th 5 Brigade, let's reunite down below. The 2 men responded at the same time. Then they let the man in red drag them up and put a long sharp knife on their necks. The 3 of them closed their eyes at the same time, waiting for the moment when their necks would be wiped. Bang bang bang. Just then, several gunshots were fired. The heads of the 3 red-clothed minions who were executed had a bloody hole the size of 3 dogs. Enemy attack. The other three minions seemed to be stunned for a moment, and then they realized when they saw their companion falling to the ground. They shouted in horror and looked around like a rattle. Buzz! A figure flew out of the grass. Yes, a man who can fly. Bang bang bang. Mr. Lin, who was caught in midair by the stalker, was a master of marksmanship. He fired 3 times in a row and hit his head. The other 3 men in red fell to the ground with frightened expressions on their faces. Lin Jun had to sigh. This gun is easy to use for hitting people. It only breaks the defense and the target will definitely die. In addition, he is proficient in pistols and has reached LV5, so his marksmanship is naturally awesome. It's slow to say, but actually it only takes a few breaths. When Mo Shungan and the others opened their eyes and turned to look back, all 6 minions had fallen to the ground. Hearing a buzzing sound above his head, he immediately looked up and saw a man flying in midair. Mo Shungan looked confused. No, it was the 3 of them who looked confused. I thought someone from my own military would come to the rescue. As a result, the person in front of me, judging by his age, is probably a student who is still in college. Unexpectedly, a young man knew the enemy and dared to save him despite being outnumbered. It is a lie to say that you dare not move. The gunfire just now had already alerted the men in red in the cave, and of course the strange beasts. I saw a group of people in red jumping out of the hole. He also drove away these 3rd-level beasts, which were really going to charge this way. Lin Jun just jumped to the ground and saw the strange beasts and the man in red coming. Feeling helpless, I had no choice but to shoot and suppress him. Bang bang. Ah, ah. The level 3 beasts and the man in red are basically one shot at a time. There is no other way, why Lin Jun's attack power is so high now. Get them all, don't let them run away. Seeing many of his men falling to the ground, the red-robed leader was in disbelief. The man was obviously using a firearm. But how is it possible for a firearm to injure AD level or higher superpower? Could it be the Lingyuan gun? But hasn't the Lingyuan gun been developed by any country yet? The scene changes. Mo Shungan and the other 3 were dumbfounded now. The young man in front of him fired a gun with one hand to suppress the man and beast in red who came out of the cave, and kept snapping his fingers with the other hand. What shocked them was that every time the guy snapped his fingers, a circle of light appeared, and a silver-white metal ball rolled out of the circle. This, summoning system. But, is this really the summoning system? Anyway, the 3 of them have never seen such a summoning power user. I'll wipe it. Why are you hiding? Mr. Lin hid all the men in red back in the cave. Do you think you have overestimated these people in red? Originally, Mr. Lin just wanted to summon enough hunters to take 3 people away. As a result, after suppressing it for a while, the enemy gave up and rushed out. Then he also summons a hammer. Well, sometimes people can't be too cowardly. Little brother, leave now and leave us alone. The soldier named Away weakly advised Lin Jun to leave, with obvious nervousness on his pale face. Yes, little brother, we are grateful for your help, but there is a powerful beast inside, which you cannot handle. Alien beast. Powerful alien beast. Lin Jun's eyes glowed green. Ignoring the 3 people's dissuasion, he immediately stood up and snapped his fingers. SB suicide drone. A circle of light appeared above several people's heads. Whoosh whoosh. The 3 drones flew directly into the cave like sharp arrows. I only heard a cry of surprise coming from the cave. Axaba, what is this? Boom, boom, ding. Kill the 3rd-level elite beast and obtain experience. Ding. KO an opponent and get PK points x 200. Ding. Lin Jun listened to the dense prompts in his mind. I felt like shit in my heart. So, immediately in front of the 3 people's shocked and confused eyes. Point towards the entrance of the cave. The stalkers that had just been summoned, estimated to be a dozen or 20, buzzed into the air, and then rushed straight into the cave. Not long after he entered, there was a loud explosion. The entire cave, no, the entire mountain stream trembled. Hey, I didn't expect there to be such a big nest inside. Lin Jun couldn't help but blurt out when he heard the system's crazy prompts. Little brother, you. When Lin Jun turned around after hearing this, he saw the 3 of them looking at him as if they were monsters. Aha, hello. Seeing that the 3 people were seriously injured, they were probably not far from falling. Immediately took out 3 bottles of special healing potion. Come and drink this potion first. However, the hands and feet of the three were tied behind their backs, so Lin Jun had to untie the ropes for the three of them first, and then give each of them a bottle of potion. Is this a healing potion? Mo Shungan looked at the red potion in the bottle, feeling deeply suspicious. She was better than the other two, and she still had the time to look at the bottle in her hand. It's not that she doubts Mr. Lin, it's just that she has never seen such a potion before and is just out of curiosity. On the other hand, the other two male soldiers opened the bottle cap and drank a huge amount in one gulp. Anyway, they felt that they were right to hear this pervert. Drink quickly, the strange beast you mentioned is not dead yet. After Lin Jun gave some advice, he continued to make babies, with metal balls rolling from the aperture to his feet. Hearing this, Mo Shungan was shocked and immediately drank the potion. Sweet, strawberry flavor. After Mo Shungan drank the entire bottle of potion, she immediately felt a gentle energy in her belly spread throughout her body. Wounds all over the body itched. The two male soldiers suddenly exclaimed. What? Ah! Mo Shungan looked at the two people and was about to ask when she saw them standing up. He was constantly checking himself, his eyes looked like he had seen a ghost. You guys, are you ready? Yes, right. Mo Shungan was also aware of her own condition. Those scars no longer felt pain. Not even a scar can be seen. Little brother, your potion. Lin Jun, who was busy making a baby on the side, didn't even raise his head. This is a healing potion, 3 million a bottle. The three of you have a total of 9 million. Mo Shungan's pretty face suddenly darkened. Is this what I mean? Forget it, he saved 3 of himself after all, so he didn't bother to argue with him. Ahem, okay, I'll transfer it to you when I return to the city. Aha, only then did the 3 of them notice that Junlin was making a baby. At this time, there were more than a dozen metal balls under his feet, and he had no intention of stopping yet. Little brother, what are you? Boom, ouch. When Mo Shungan was curious about Junlin's abilities and was about to ask, the ground suddenly shook, and then a howl of a strange beast came from the cave. This sound, Lin Jun shivered. Just from the sound alone, Mr. Lin felt that this strange beast was definitely no weaker than the crack wolf king in Jinyang City last time. Hurry up and leave, it's that strange beast king. Mo Shungan urged anxiously. In fact, she didn't need to remind her of this. Lin Junma smoothly controlled the stalker to take off. He took out a big rope and urged the 3 of them. Hurry up, hold on to the rope, we, Lao Lin, will help you show off, let us fly. There are only about 20 stalkers now. Except for Lin Jun and Mo Shungan, who have a more symmetrical figure, the other 2 are silly and big types. I don't know if they can pull the 4 of them. Silently calculating the weight of the 4 of them together, he glanced at the figure of the female soldier from the corner of his eye. Take back your thoughts immediately. This female soldier committed a foul. She actually brought Shang Da Shang with her, which is a bit suspenseful. Although the 3 of them didn't know what Lin Jun wanted to do, they still did what Lin Jun said and held on to the rope. Lift off. Buzz. More than 20 stalkers struggled to take off. It's flying. The 3 of them were dumbfounded for a moment. Lin Jun breathed a sigh of relief. Shang Da Shang looked at Mo Shungan opposite and thought, it must be a cushion. Mo Shungan noticed Lin Jun's gaze and glanced at her chest, her forehead suddenly wrinkled. I didn't expect this to be a little pervert. Ouch. Boom. Just as a few people were rising into the sky. The cave collapsed, and then a huge figure came out. Lin Jun immediately saw its message panel. My darn thing. Lava Bull Demon King. Grade. King level crack. Level 6. Attributes. Fire, Earth. Attack power. 7,500. Defense. 1,000. Life. 100,000. Skills. Lava armor. Lava flame cannon, lava thrust, bull crash. Looking at the skill bar, Lin Jun felt his scalp numb. A 6th level king level beast was hiding dozens of kilometers away from the demon city. No one discovered it. No, someone discovered it. Lin Jun glanced at the 3 people. Little brother, if you fly higher, the alien beasts have long distance attack skills. Do you think I don't want to? But my drone can only fly so high. Lin Jun looked bitter. Well, the 4 of them looked at me and I looked at you, and they suddenly didn't know what to say. What should we do? The three of them finally looked at Mr. Lin. You are an experienced driver, so you have to figure it out. I'm just a D-class kid. Ahem, I have an idea. Hearing this, the three of them were delighted and immediately asked in unison. Any solution. 36 strategies, run away. Buzz. Dozens of stalkers dragged the four of them toward the magical capital, struggling hard. It actually reached a speed of 60 hours. So slow. I feel like the strange beast noticed us. Not noticing, but just looking at us. Jun Lin has discovered that there is a man in red standing on the head of the Bull Demon King, that is, the leader of the men in red. Asiba, rat, look where you can go. The man in red robe was so angry that more than 30 of his men were killed by the explosion. This reminded him of the cause of his young master's death, which seemed to have been caused by a spiritual bomb. Okay, Mrs. Ching and the eldest young master have been pursuing it for so long without any clues, and today they unexpectedly encountered him. Lord Bull Demon King, that is the mouse that just destroyed your cave. Moo. When the Bull Demon King heard what the red-robed leader said, his unusually scarlet eyes stared at the creature slowly rising in the sky. Boom. The huge figure chased after him. If Lin Jun and the others were only traveling at 60 per hour, then this new Mo Wang's speed would definitely exceed 250 per hour. Little brother, hurry up. That strange beast is coming after you. I want it to be faster. But didn't you see that several drones have started to smoke? Mr. Lin kept calling for stalkers. He thought that by increasing the number, the speed would increase, but he just found that several stalkers were smoking. At this glance, I knew that the stalker was overloaded due to overloading. I'm dead this time. Jun Lin knew that even if enough numbers were summoned, the maximum flying speed of the stalkers would only be 120 per hour. How could they possibly be faster than the huge alien beast king? We can't run away, so we have to kill it. SB suicide drone. Blow it up for me. Whoosh whoosh. 3 drones shot directly at the head of the Bull Demon King on the ground. Ah, the man in red robe did not expect that the mouse would suddenly fight back. He had suffered such a loss just now and understood the power of this drone. Boom boom boom. 3 drones exploded above the head of the Bull Demon King. 3 damage data came out. -2100. -2001. -1982. The damage is quite considerable. However, in front of the Bull Demon King's 100,000 health bar, it is really not enough. It seems that the only ultimate move is to release colorless crystal cores. Jun Lin summoned a few more stalkers, and after reducing the pressure, his speed became faster. However, the 3 self-destructing drones just now failed to kill the red-robed leader. Instead, the Bull Demon King was angered. At this moment, the Bull Demon King has opened its huge mouth full of sharp teeth. A red energy vortex was formed, and it only took a few seconds for a red energy ball to condense, with a diameter of about 4 or 5 meters. Just like the tailed beast Jade in a certain manga that Jun Lin had read in his previous life, he just didn't know if it was as powerful. Oops, this is a long-range skill, little brother, quickly avoid it. Mr. Lin had no choice but to control the stalker over the Bull Demon King and circle it, hoping that this would make it unable to aim. But it is indeed somewhat useful, perhaps because the Bull Demon King's intelligence and strength are not proportional. It also moved its head. There was also a Siba on its head. The Bull Demon King was shaking his head so hard that he couldn't even stand still. In the end, he could only jump onto the shoulders of the Bull Demon King. Hey, little brother, stop turning around, I'm dizzy. Poof. Stop, I'm airsick, poof. Lin Jun immediately stopped spinning. Puff. This time it was Mo Shungan who vomited. Hoo-hoo, we are still little brothers. When they finished vomiting and saw that Mr. Lin was fine, they were about to flatter him. Result. Puff. Lin Jun came directly and fell thousands of miles away. This was his first time flying, and he had never even been on an airplane before. If his life wasn't at stake, he wouldn't do it. Ah, Omega. Aha, this little brother's move, water escape and water rush, is really awesome. Jun Lin's hands were weak from vomiting now, and he was not in the mood to tell jokes to him. Axaba, please kill them, Lord Bull Demon King. Several people followed the sound and saw Asiba below, dripping wet and covered in filth. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to. Hey, you're dead. The Bull Demon King, who was shaken a little unsteadily, immediately ejected the lava flames from his mouth after hearing the words of the red-robed leader. Lin Jun didn't have time to control his dodge. Watching the huge flame bomb flying straight towards me, several people secretly thought that they were dead, and immediately closed their eyes and waited for death. When you feel the temperature getting higher and higher, you know the flames are getting closer. Whoosh! There was a wave of heat, and then nothing. Hey, are we not dead? The four of them opened their eyes at the same time. Jun Lin looked down and saw Aksuba and the Bull Demon King looking confused. Well, then looked up. Missed. A 6th level king level beast actually missed the target. It's not the fault of the Bull Demon King's accurate head. He was also dizzy after being shaken for so long. Haha, not dead, we are actually not dead. Lin Jun shouted excitedly. Little brother, don't laugh, hurry up and find a way to escape. That's right, find a way quickly. Lin Jun suddenly had black lines all over his head. Why should I think of a solution? You are soldiers. However, Jun Lin looked at these three people, two muscular men and a bear with a bear on his chest. He knew without guessing that they were no-brainers. You two hold on to me. The two muscular men looked at each other, not knowing what he was going to do, so they had no choice but to grab Lin Jun with one hand. Lin Jun was a little nervous when he used the colorless skill for the first time. He took out a 3rd-level colorless crystal core and held it in his hand. SB Viper Spiritual Energy Cannon. Buzz. A sound. A large aperture lit up, and a sitting gun similar to a close-range anti-cannon slowly squeezed out. Lin Jun's excited face suddenly froze, because he saw that this cannon actually had a base. That is to say, system, you tricked me. Sure enough, after the huge sitting cannon was squeezed out of the aperture, it had no support since it was in midair. Then, right in front of the 4 people, oh no, 5 people and 1 beast, they fell down in a daze. It hit the Bull Demon King right on the nose. Boom. -1. Moo. Everyone looked confused. Ah, little brother, you kept us waiting for so long just to show me this. The same question. In Jun Lin's heart, 10,000 grass and mud horses galloped. Get out. Ouch. The Bull Demon King was so humiliated that he roared wildly. It seems that we can only fight on the ground. I thought this cannon was only as big as a Gatling. As a result, they were all about the same size as anti-aircraft guns. Which mountain to go to? After saying that Mr. Lin controlled the stalker, he descended to a hilltop not far away. The Bull Demon King immediately caught up with him, but because he was still a little dizzy, he was swaying when he walked. This gave Lin Jun time. As soon as he hit the ground, Mr. Lin controlled dozens of stalkers and charged straight at the Bull Demon King. He took out another level 3 colorless crystal core and crushed it hard. SB Viper Spiritual Energy Cannon. Just like before, a cannon immediately squeezed out of the aperture. The Lingyuan cannon stood quietly on the ground, with a height of more than 2 meters. The barrel was a bit like a Gatling, but unfortunately there were only 3 barrels. The entire barrel was dark silver, exuding a heavy feeling of metal. Boom boom. As soon as the scene turned, as soon as he saw the stalker, the red-robed leader reminded the Bull Demon King to be careful of these metal balls. It was only after the Bull Demon King started to shoot some of them off. But those were a few, most hit it and exploded. -1,505. -1,645. ... The damage kept rising. Stalkers don't do much damage, but if there are a lot of them, they can deal tons of damage. The Bull Demon King's health bar dropped by more than 30,000 in an instant. The main reason is that some of them were shot away, otherwise it may not be possible to deal more damage. The Bull Demon King was really angry, thinking that he, the majestic Beast King, was actually injured by these ants. Scarlet eyes stared at Mr. Lin, then he raised his feet and ran over. At this time, Lin Jun was already sitting on the Lingyuan cannon. Meow Star has already targeted the running Bull Demon King. Take a sip of the special soul-restoring potion. Go to hell. Then the finger immediately pulled the trigger. Points of pure white light emitted one after another, spraying out like raindrops. Bang 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 bang. -238. -320. -249. The Lingyuan bullet hit the Bull Demon King's body and immediately produced a series of damage numbers, while the Bull Demon King's health bar shrunk at a speed visible to the naked eye. The red-robed leader saw with his own eyes that the Bull Demon King's body was bleeding and his vitality was rapidly passing away. This shocked him beyond words. By the time he came to his senses, 5 or 6 seconds had passed, and the Bull Demon King was covered in blood holes. "Sir, hurry up. Use your skills quickly." Only then did the Bull Demon King wake up. Roar immediately. Moo. Immediately, the Bull Demon King was covered with a layer of lava. I saw the spirit bullet hitting it and being bounced away instantly. When Lin Jun looked at the Bull Demon King's panel, there was only one more yellow health bar, but it would be reduced by hitting it with the spirit bullet. So he didn't stop and kept pulling the trigger. But that Asiba is really annoying. If it weren't for him, this dull-witted Bull Demon King would probably be out of health by now. So he turned the turret slightly. Shoot towards Asiba. When the red-robed leader realized something was wrong, it was too late. Poof! His eyes widened as he watched his lower body being shattered, leaving only the upper half of his body. He looked in the direction of Mr. Lin with a look of disbelief on his face, and then fell off the Bull Demon King's shoulders. "Asiba, bah, I won't kill you." Seeing that the summoning time was approaching, Mr. Lin immediately summoned another Viper Fort. Then he poured a bottle of special soul-reviving potion, jumped onto another one, and as soon as he sat down, he impatiently continued to pull the trigger. Da 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 da. The barrel continued to spit out long tongues of flame. This operation made the 3 people on the side look at each other in shock. Just when they were curious about why Lin Jun wanted to change the cannon, it turned out that the Lingyuan cannon turned into several wisps of dust and slowly disappeared. "I see." The 3 of them looked at each other and understood. On the other side, the Bull Demon King had no way to withstand this intensive spiritual bullet, and the lava armor was about to be shattered. There is only one thought in its mind, and that is to run quickly. But as the armor was shattered and countless spiritual bullets hit it, it had no chance. Puff puff. Mr. Lin wouldn't just hit it on the body, but also hit its feet. After all, I am afraid that it will retaliate before death. As a game enthusiast, I have seen this happen a lot. As the health bar was cleared and only a little blood was displayed on the panel, Lin Jun's shooting time was also over. The Bull Demon King had fallen to the ground, with only weak shaking in his body. This is the result of his little blood volume. Lin Jun didn't waste any time and just snapped his fingers. SB suicide drone. Whoosh whoosh, accompanied by 3 roars. The system prompt sounded in Lin Jun's mind. Ding. Kill the 6th level Beast King and obtain X 500,000, gold coins X 500,000, special healing potion X 100, special soul reviving potion X 100, job transfer certificate X 1, special enhancement scroll plus 11 X 1, and epic weapon Meteor Fall X 1. Ding. Congratulations to the host for killing the level 6 Beast King for the first time. Extra reward. X10 pocket can. I wipe it. There is another epic weapon, Dafa. Lin Jun was ecstatic. By the way, what is this pocket jar? The last time I opened the gift pack, there were 10 of them, so I haven't checked it out yet. Lin Jun immediately clicked on it to check. Pocket jar. After opening, there is a high chance of getting a purple weapon of the same level as the host, a small chance of getting an epic level weapon, and a very small chance of getting a legendary level weapon. I wipe it. Lin Jun suddenly didn't want to leave. After all, there are only 30 of them now. According to the nature of the system, legendary weapons will never be used. It's better to save up first. Besides, he is only D level now, and the weapons he shoots are also level 3, which is not cost effective. Lin Jun clicked on the epic meteor drop again out of curiosity. Meteor Fall. Category: Tai Sword. Grade: Epic. Level: Level 5. Attack Power: 1500. Skill Attack: 1500. Strength plus 50. Intelligence plus 50. Fire Attribute. Additional skills. Star Meteor. Can summon a giant flaming meteorite, causing skill attack plus 150% skill attack damage to the target. Consumption of spiritual energy. 201 level 5 colorless crystal core. Lava Purgatory. Throws a lava field towards the target area, causing the target's skill attack plus 30% skill attack damage per second. Consumption. 50 spirit yuan per second, 1 colorless one at level 3 or above. Introduction. God sends fire from heaven to burn out all evil. Seeing this sword, Lin Jun became hardened and his fist became hardened. If he had known about this weapon, he would never have turned into this old sword soul. You dog system, go ahead and eat shit. Ding. Insult the system and clear out all gold coins. Lin Jun. Omega. Forget it, since this weapon has no professional requirements, of course I choose to forgive this dog system. There aren't many gold coins in the account anyway. Big, great God, here, sign your name for me. At this time, a stuttering voice came from behind. It's fashionable now, how long can you wait? Lin Jun held his back with both hands, looking like a reclusive master. You go, I have lived in seclusion for many years and I always do good deeds without leaving my name. By the way, before you leave, help me pull out the crystal core of this alien beast king. Also, if there are any others in the cave, help me pull them out as well. Think of it as your repayment for my life-saving grace. The faces of the three of them darkened at a speed visible to the naked eye. Also a hermit, I will hide you as a yo-yo. What the hell are the big gilded characters, Modu Vocational University, on the back of your clothes? Ahem, this classmate from Vocational University, I think your clothes are from your freshman year. Lin Jun. Omega, am I pretending to be cool? Aha, I'm just kidding you to liven up the atmosphere. Why isn't it funny? As long as you are not embarrassed, others will be embarrassed. Lin Jun is familiar with this operation. Ha, you little brother, you are so funny. By the way, your school uniform should be for your freshman year. Lin Jun. Hey, take that as an answer. Hello, I am Feng Wei, Deputy Captain of the 95th Brigade of the Military Aircraft Reconnaissance Bureau. Feng Wei saluted Jun Lin, and then raised his eyebrows at Jun Lin. By the way, my alma mater is Shanghai Vocational University, so you have to call me senior. He never expected that his alma mater would have such a genius, no, a pervert. Another male soldier introduced himself aloud. Military Aircraft Reconnaissance Bureau, member of the 95th Brigade, Zhao Yang. Military Aircraft Reconnaissance Bureau, Captain Mo Shungan of the 95th Brigade. Mo Shungan introduced slightly. However, Lin Jun felt from her eyes that she was looking at him like a prey. Isn't this big-breasted sister fascinated by me? Do you want to give her a chance? But Mo Shungan was thinking about how to recruit this boy into her 9th 5 Brigade. If this kid can be pulled to the front line, he can probably carry a battalion. Wrong, it should be a group, it doesn't seem right either. Ahem, my name is Lin Jun, a freshman from Shanghai Vocational College. Nice to meet you. Oh, by the way, I'm going to collect my loot first, you can do it yourself. After saying that, Mr. Lin began to summon the stalker. He was anxious to get rid of the crystal core of the Bull Demon King. This is the 6th level Beast King crystal core, and it is also a dual attribute crystal core. It is not comparable to those 6th level elite alien beast crystal cores. Summoned 6 stalkers, grabbed his shoulders and flew towards the body of the Bull Demon King. In fact, the corpse of this strange beast king can also produce a lot of valuable materials, but it is a pity that Lin Jun thinks that he cannot produce it by himself. Mr. Lin looked like he was afraid of them and was worried about his trophy. The three people's faces darkened, and they didn't know what to say for a moment. Captain, report it truthfully. This kind of pervert is what our army needs, and we cannot let the noble family get it. However, before that, we have to recruit him into our team. Feng and Wei looked at each other, feeling incredible. The captain is so insightful that he actually thought of this level. After looking at Mr. Lin who flew over the body of the Bull Demon King, the three of them had no choice but to run over. But it's at least a few kilometers from the top of the mountain to that side. So when several people ran over there, Lin Jun had already collected the Bull Demon King's crystal core, and then ran to the cave to look for the alien beast's crystal core. The three of them were really speechless. This guy must have fallen in love with money. I had no choice but to keep running towards the cave. When Mr. Lin was found again, he was already bathing in the stream. After all, things like crystal nuclei are still quite dirty. Hey, you guys are here, do you want to take a shower? Seeing the three of them panting, Lin Jun also felt a little embarrassed. Haha, the Tangxi River is quite clear, so let's wash it off. Feng Wei thought that if he wanted to get Lin Jun to join the team, he must first establish a good relationship with him. So he took off his tattered military uniform and jumped down. Zhao Yong was not polite and took off his clothes and went down to the small pool. Only Mo Shungan did not join, but walked to the edge of the pool and simply washed his face. Then he looked at Mr. Lin. Jun Lin, are you interested in taking a position in my team? Hearing this, Lin Jun was stunned. Huh? Taking a temporary job? What do you mean? Haha, Junior, are you interested in becoming our teammate? Oh, so that's what happened, but I'm still in school, can I join you? Lin Jun is not opposed to this. Maybe he will join the army sooner or later. The Dragon Kingdom stipulates that every college student is obliged to join the army for 3 years after graduation. Just like Uncle Lee and his father, they joined the army after college and then fought against strange beasts somewhere. He also said he was a deserter and came back. As for whether it is true, Lin Jun has always maintained a skeptical attitude. How could the laws and military laws of the Dragon Kingdom tolerate the existence of deserters? Instead of killing them, let them get married and have children. So sooner or later, it doesn't matter to Mr. Lin, as long as it doesn't affect his ability to spawn monsters and upgrade. After all, if he wanted to improve his strength, he couldn't do it without hunting exotic beasts. Junior, didn't I say that? I'm going to let you take a temporary job first, and I won't disturb your normal schooling. Junior Feng Wei, as he is called Junior, is becoming more and more affectionate. People who don't know better think they are brothers. Oh, then if I take a temporary job, what privileges and rights do I have? Ah, don't get me wrong. The store was smashed into me a few days ago. Hey, I am an orphan with no background. Sometimes, even if the store is smashed up, I can only swallow my anger. Lin Jun looked like you know what he said. What? Someone actually dared to touch my junior brother's shop. Tell me who it is and I will help you get him when you get back. Feng Wei looked like his business is my business. Mo Shungan also showed a look of concern. Oh, Li Li Min from the Li family in the Magic City is the director of District B of the Patrol Security Bureau in the Magic City. Well, ahem, Captain, this matter is up to you. Feng Wei coughed a few times and then looked at Mo Shungan. Yeah, Mo Shungan looked gloomy. It involved the Li family in the Magic City, which was a bit troublesome. But for Lin Jun, she still had to give it a try. Aha, Junior, what about joining our team? Lin Jun thought for a while and then agreed. Okay. Then I agree. Haha, okay, welcome Junior to join our 9th 5 Brigade. Yes, welcome, welcome. Mo Shungan was extremely happy. With this abnormality in the future, my team will be much stronger in the future. By the way, what's going on with those men in red? Seeing Jun Lin ask about it, he is already considered one of his own. Mo Shungan told them everything one by one. After hearing what Mo Shungan said, Lin Jun was dumbfounded for a moment. Did you dare to do this, by yourself? What happened was that after Lin Jun killed the Golden Mallet, he called the police to investigate Asiba's training class. As a result, the patrol actually found the missing girl from Asiba's training class. Moreover, the matter was related to the Bengshui Kingdom. Later, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was still arguing with the opposite party. Even the death of the second young master of Xingchui, the Dragon Kingdom no longer paid attention to it. Then it happened that Jinyang City encountered a tide of beasts, and a 5th-level beast king suddenly appeared. Afterwards, the military felt something was not right. Then a team with good strength and reconnaissance was transferred from the front line, namely the 95th Brigade, to investigate this matter specifically. However, Mo Shungan's team, this investigation, really found some problems for them. And it's a shocking secret. This Bengshui Guoxingchui company actually colluded with foreign races. As for what they want to do, they haven't found out yet, but from the current point of view, it is definitely something that can destroy mankind. Just talking about this level 6 alien beast king, if it enters the Magic City area, the damage it will cause is no less than a nuclear bomb. If it is killed slowly, it will be much more. However, before they could send the news back, they were caught by the red-robed leader. Mo Shungan is an A-level junior, and the other two are B-level seniors. The red robe leader was an A-level mid-level, and with so many people in red, the three of them couldn't escape, so they were caught and suffered a lot. If it hadn't been for Lin Jun's appearance, the three of them would have received their lunch boxes long ago. Shit, I'm still a student, and I'm suddenly asked to save all mankind. I'm so panicked. Okay. Lin Jun regretted it a little. Junior, what are you talking about? You have become. No, you are a genius. I have never seen a genius like you. Mo Shungan and Zhao Yang both nodded in agreement. Yes, a 6th level alien beast king, or a crack alien beast king. Generally speaking, if there are not more than a dozen superpowers of the same level who start a group together, they probably won't be able to deal with them. But such a powerful beast was finally killed by Lin Jun, a freshman, without any injuries. He also took away an A-level mid-level superpower. Isn't this a perversion? Fortunately, this pervert is now on their team. After taking a shower, the four of them came to the body of the alien beast king. Does this really need to be reported to the police? Yeah, this is necessary. Can you not say that I killed him? No. Why? Because it's impossible for the superiors to believe that the three of us killed him. But if you say I killed him, no one would believe it. Ahem. I will. I just recorded the video. ... The sky was already as dark as ink. Next to the body of the alien beast king, 3 people gathered around a campfire. Since Mo Shungan found the communicator she had placed in advance, she sent a message to her superiors. Their superiors asked them to stay where they were for one night. I had no choice but to agree. This kid likes killing strange beasts so much. He doesn't even let it go at night. It's something to be happy about having a talented person in the country who hates exotic animals so much, isn't it? Yes, I agree with what the captain said. While a few people were chatting, another scream of a strange beast sounded not far away. Ouch, pervert. The 3 of them cursed in unison. On the other side of the bull demon king's body, Lin Jun put the lightsaber in his hand back into its scabbard. This 4th level alien beast that gave up its life just to take a bite of the bull demon king's meat was already the 20th alien beast. Don't you even want to die for the sake of evolution? But Lin Jun had no time to dig crystal cores at this time. Because he upgraded. Ding. Congratulations to the host for successfully killing the 4th level elite beast. Gained experience. Ding. Congratulations to the host for successfully upgrading. His current strength is C level. Ding. Gain new free attribute points and gain new scientific skills. This can be regarded as a watershed in strength. After level C, the skills acquired are basically in a perverted direction. Lin Jun opened his personal panel. Good guy, even the free attribute points have become 30 points. Even the attributes added by upgrading are 50 points. This is the watershed, right? Lin Jun learned from the book that after level C, there will be a qualitative leap in strength with each level up. Only after seeing the current attributes did Lin Jun understand what this meant. Both Soul Sword and Mechanic have a learnable skill. SB Storm Mecha summons a Mecha Storm, can be controlled with thoughts or manually. Weapon list. Stinger Tracking Spirit Missile X4 plus 2 rounds for each additional level, causing base plus 250% damage to the enemy. Lingyuan Rapid Fire Cannon rate of fire, 1200 per minute, consumption of every shot, 1 Spirit Yuan Mecha Existence Time, 5 minutes, consumption of Spirit Yuan, 500 Colorless Crystal Core X1 for level 3 and above. Cooling time, 30 minutes. Crazy Dragon's Ultimate Flash Break. Use weapons as a medium to summon a crazy dragon to possess it, flash forward at extremely high speed, and give powerful sword energy slashes to the enemies it touches. Spiritual Yuan Consumption. 30 Spiritual Yuan per second, triggering requires level 3 or above Colorless Crystal Core X1. Cooling time, 10 minutes. Mr. Lin's guess was right. He had indeed evolved in a perverted direction. Just talking about the mecha skill of Mechanic, isn't this an interstellar weapon? As for the skills of Sword Soul, I can only say that they are okay. All the points that should be filled are filled up. As for the attribute points, all the points are added to the spirit. It is the last word to pile up blue. Click on the personal panel. Character, Lin Jun. Rank, Gold 1 star, 50 10,000ths. Age, 18. Occupation, Mechanic, Swordsman. Strength, C level Elementary, 500 200ths W. Lingyuan, 2100 2100. Power, Speed, legs. Weapon column 1. Wings of light plus 1 1. Weapon column 2. Cryolite pistol plus 10. Attack power. 550 plus 700. Skill attack power. 520 plus 700. Strength. 170 plus 30. Spirit. 180 plus 30. Intelligence. 170. Agility. 145. Stamina. 145. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.